I started
Got
recording.
it.
Cool.
I got recording as well. Okay.
Okay, welcome to episode 2 of the Fuckfest, where I fucked up the audio last time.
So, episode 2/1.
Episode 2, where I do better.
Episode 2, where we might actually have everyone be audible for once.
Episode 2, where Zed forgot to change the thing to talk shows from SNK Heroines.
Fuck, I'm gonna stop the stream then.
No!
No,
you don't have to!
Good night, everybody!
You don't have to!
I'm gonna just switch to talk shows.
I always forget to stop and restart the stream, and it's fine, you don't have to.
I'll just
We
change.
can have more viewers that don't care about the thing that we're talking about.
Yeah!
I'm gonna change.
I came here for boobs. This isn't what I
Do
wanted.
I have to stop recording?
James,
Or...
No, I still have the backup recording. The stream is like
Oh, okay.
the stream, so
Okay.
1 second. Talk. Oh wait, yeah. Why isn't talk shows? That should be. Let me stop the stream then.
Boy, this is a real great start to...
Hey,
episode.
it's faster than it was before.
Yeah.
I was trying to use that as a segue to say the name of the podcast, but I guess not.
Well, that's a great way to start.
Here is a great start to the Tokusatsu Hypercast Off.
Hypercast off.
Yeah.
Hypercast off.
We haven't promised anything yet, and we're already disappointing.
And
As we
This is
expected.
amazing.
start stream again. Yay.
Don't worry, everyone. The next episode won't have all these stream problems at the start of it.
It will not. We're
In
gonna.
fact, it will have more.
It'll have more.
Okay, I think we should introduce ourselves before this gets
let's go
any
around the
more
room.
messy.
Let's go around
Yes.
the room for the podcast.
I am Rose Shrimp. I am a British gremlin who draws things occasionally and has an unhealthy obsession with men in glasses,
Very
as
good.
you will probably learn. Next.
Saraku.
Okay, fine, great. I was literally waiting on someone else. I am Suraku Vet. I write good fan fiction, or at least I think it's good because nobody ever fucking tells me in any reasonable detail. People just go, "Oh yeah, it's pretty good."
I'm lazy.
Uh,
Okay.
And
Very lazy.
I like playing, video games and stuff and watching shows.
He is a Persona 5 fan. Most of his fanfics
Yes.
are Persona 5 based.
Yes.
AKA
You're-
trash.
Wow.
Persona 3 is the only good Persona.
Woo.
M's fighting
Okay,
words.
and who was that hot take from?
That was from me, the Dreamcast, your host of the mostest. Hostess with the boastest. Hostess with the coastest.
Hostess with the boat.
I don't got a boat. I'm still waiting to finish the payments. Anyway, who's next? Who's next? Actually, talk about who I am. Besides being the host,
Maybe.
I'm an artist. I'm a writer, and I make bad podcasts
Like this one.
like this one. And I also stream on Twitch sometimes. I do Let's Plays of JRPGs. I am playing through Bloodborne right now. I also play a lot of fighting games. Like, I am really enjoying SNK Heroines right now, even though it has its issues. But, I'll wait till the end of the podcast to talk about that. So, who is next now?
Me, RMH. Just basically waiting to get a freaking Rabbit Tank full bottle. Like, just at a good price, damn it.
Good prices.
And an Evolve trigger.
Armich, can you boost your mic slightly or something?
He's on his phone, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm using a headset with my phone.
Oh, okay.
Give me a sec.
Sure.
Alright, how about now?
Yeah, that's better.
It's better.
But yeah,
Yes.
like waiting to get a freaking rabbit tank full bottle at a good price, and a freaking evil trigger.
I need to get a
There's-
fucking evil trigger as well, because I have the evil driver, but I don't have the evil trigger, so I can't get nice black hole sounds.
You should also get those
And
rabbit
and
and
the
dragon
evil
bottles.
bottle set too.
Yeah, those as well.
Do they come as a set? Oh yeah, the gold and
Yeah, it was a set of the rabbit and dragon ones.
because they're gold and silver.
No, it's the
No, the evil
the
bottles.
evil bottles.
Oh,
The ones with the springy ones, and I think the differently colored dragon evil bottle came.
That comes with the Great
Cross.
Cross dragon.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, and last
Because
is.
Premium Bandai wants it.
And last and probably the most least involved.
Oh,
It's me, Sano.
it's Sano.
Sano, what do you do?
Nothing at the moment, but I'm the one guy that likes Ultraman a lot, and I cry at too many episodes of X than should be socially acceptable.
Well, I don't accept you for crying,
Oof.
and I'm the socialist of the most list.
I'm also hoping to start a YouTube Let's Play channel. Hopefully at the end, at least by the end of the year.
I can help you if
I'd
you
have
need.
to dip into the next year with my best. I'm hoping to do it with my best friend. Just I'll keep you guys posted.
Well, if you ever do start it, just tell me so I can put your link in
Yeah.
the thing. Anyway, so that's all for introductions. We're gonna start this week with episode 2, episode 1.5, episode 2, and episode 2.5 of Kamen Rider Geo.
I don't think there's too much to be said about 1.5. It's just mostly explaining certain
It
character
explains
names.
character's name, explains what Tsukiyomi means, which means
Of the moon.
God of counting moons.
Yeah,
so
counting
basically
moon,
God
like-
of counting time.
yeah.
And then Gates,
Gates
there's
is-
a cute bit of them, of
Make-
was explaining, and then everyone shitting on him for how convoluted and stupid some of the parts of the explanation are. Is really
Or
good.
while Gates is like, really? That's how my name came to be?
Because of
Aw.
Bill Gates.
Gates is fancy. It makes you
German.
sound like a millionaire.
Yeah.
Woz looks so upset when they all start making fun of him. It's
That his
great.
character didn't get
Bully
Any-
Laws.
Yeah, bully
Bully
Woz.
Woz.
But then,
Kink
there
Shame was.
Please, kink shame was.
but then there was
episode
episode
2 of Kamen Rider ZO.
Which
Is
there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot that happens.
Honestly, so far ZO's kind of messy out of the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
The
It's
first
a-
episode's not really, but the second episode,
is honestly the
it's a little
shit.
mess.
The thing that makes it a mess is the build stuff.
Yeah,
The thing-
they,
I think-
Yeah, going
I would
straight
say more
into
the way their time travel works, because there is a big time loop that I don't think we've actually talked about.
Are you
In
talking
this.
about how he gives him the loop
Yeah,
is
he gives
gives them
yeah,
the ride
so-
watches to give them to him in
so-
the future?
Yeah, at the end of in the beginning of the episode, Sento and Banjo give him the build and cross ride watches, and at the end of the episode, when they go back in time to meet past Sento and Banjo, Sogo gives Sento and Banjo 2 blank ride watches that will become the build and cross ride watches that he was already given.
It's
but
very.
then
Mm.
the time loop's kind of weird because the. So we should probably just we probably shouldn't start with something that's happening right at the end of the episode.
Yeah, we should start with the beginning.
I was
We
going to
start-
lead into
we
it
started-
eventually.
We started with just the ending of episode 1 where Gates is trying to kill Sogo,
Where Gates with ghost armor,
which
and-
is a really
Yeah.
good, which has a really
he
good.
made it work.
song. He made it work
And a really good effect with that CG.
So-
Very well handled.
with all
Cycle
the.
of CG
like-
models.
I mean, the CG models aren't great, but the effects for them,
Yeah.
yeah.
The effects.
Yeah,
which
Yeah.
the second episode That effect kind of goes a little downhill when you see him using the float.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
float is really bad.
The float is not great. It,
But it reminds me,
Because they literally have him standing there and they just kind of dragged him around.
they're just dragging the model around.
Yeah. No, it's not even the model. They like took a picture of him and then just like copy pasted it onto the frame.
It
If
reminds
they
me
had-
of like a couple
Gabe
bad shots in
apologized, yeah.
Ryuki.
It reminds me of that one the finale of the Plinkett storyline where that one call girl comes back to kill him and eventually he's like floating in the wheelchair
Oh no.
attacking her.
They should have put like after images or something for him
Yeah.
floating. That probably would have made it look better.
Yeah, but no, that costs a bento.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
use up their bentos on that.
We need that bento.
Speaking of,
Do you think that's the
speaking-
reason we're not
Way
seeing
too
this?
many bentos with
The
the
skywall. Do you think that's
Yeah.
the reason we
Save them
haven't
up
seen the
again.
skywall in the build timelines?
we
Yeah,
saw it once
probably.
when they crashed into it in episode 1, but in episode 2 we didn't see the skywall at all.
Do you
And
think
I'm
that
not
maybe
sure
it's
what...
because it's too much CG?
Yeah,
It's probably too much CG. You had like 2 of those time machines flying around.
machine.
Time machine.
Do they
Yeah,
also...
can we really afford to put this huge fucking big ass wall in the background of like
And-
every shot for half this episode?
And if it can help you ignore it, just pretend that we're not seeing the skywall at that angle.
Yeah.
Just put
Even if
all
it
the-
doesn't
all the
falter-
buildings
but
inside.
there's like a
Skywall.
It's
But
like
we don't see the skywall from multiple angles.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's
not
fine.
that angle.
Just pretend. Just
No,
Pretend they're a bit
just,
further away than usual.
it's
Put
because
them inside a building.
the big bridge that they're
pretend
under
the buildings.
is
Pretend the
blocking it.
pretend the building's covering it. Oh no! You'd see it if we weren't in front of this building.
It's right
There-
over there.
Don't worry about that red glow that would probably extend past the building. Don't worry about it. That's
It's
fine.
fine.
Don't worry.
But yeah, that's probably
yeah.
the reason why it's not there.
Yeah, so to start getting into more detail of it, so Gates trying to kill Sogo, and then Sogo runs off, and Woz shows up to talk to him twice. Once simply to just introduce himself and be like, "Yeah, totally on your dick, Omazeo."
And I'm not only on your dick, I'm on your side, and those guys.
I'm the
aren't.
only one who wants to see the future become real.
I'm the only one trying to maintain the timeline by making
everyone
you
else is
become
trying to
evil.
And
Because
everyone
the
else
time
is just trying
jackers
to
are being
stick their dicks
assholes.
in it.
Yeah, official introduction of the term time jacker and name for the one that we saw in the first episode, which is
Ooh.
Not wool. It's
Wool.
wool.
Wool got his job back.
Well, no, but like, isn't it like?
it's UHR or wool WOOL. I don't know.
It's not clear, and because it's all written in Japanese, so it's all
Just
phonetic.
call him Gord.
No,
We won't find out until they release
I'm
actual
not calling
like,
that gremlin gore.
actual
No.
merch or something
Call
for.
him Gorf. That's not a joke anyone listening to this is gonna get.
Well,
we-
depends on where they're from.
Because yeah, we
If
also
they-
got Aura.
And Schwarz, yeah.
Supernut's clear.
So you like that, and then Woz breaks into his house, or just appears in his house, and it's like, "Hey, also by the way, you and Gates can't defeat another build like this right now.
You gotta do a thing.
You gotta do a thing first." So then they fight
And they show
another
like
build
the
bit.
2 coolest fucking rider kicks ever: the time break and the time burst.
The
Because-
time burst. The time
Time
burst
burst
is
is
fucking
way better.
awesome with like the
It's
The
just
result.
the future image of yourself exploding
Yeah.
from the kick, and then as you like,
Yeah.
And then it
As
goes
you go
backwards while you're
forward,
going
it goes
forwards to the
backwards.
kick.
Yeah.
until you reach the same point.
Yeah.
The point
And
of
then
it,
you go,
Then
and
you
then
get
you
the
fall.
time break.
double back
Or-
into the image.
Yeah,
It's
I
really cool.
I've said this quite a few times now, but not on the podcast, so I think it's fair to say. I really hope there's a point where Gates tries to do the time burst on someone, probably Omazeo, and the after image is clearly the kick not affecting him, and Gates like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I shouldn't be doing this.
no,
Why
no,
can't I
no,
stop?
no,
Why can't I
it's
stop?
just-
What you need is the after image to be of him being affected, but then like he
He's-
doesn't.
Yeah.
What I want,
Both would be good.
like if he
yeah.
does it against Omazeo, Omazeo's just like looks like he's holding a gun to somebody's head, and then just
What?
you see Gates like, oh no.
Excuse me?
How would he ever get a gun out in that such a short
you know-
time span?
He just has a gun suddenly.
No, because then you see the images go back, and he swats Gates out of the
No,
air.
I
and
get
while
that,
Gates
but
is
why
like,
does he have a gun?
No, you know what I mean by a gun. I mean like the whole toy gun thing,
Yeah,
We don't even know if, like,
like
the
the
Zeo has
blaster,
a
like a
weapon.
blaster.
Yeah.
Like he just has a blaster, and he's just like pointing it at his head. And then Gates is like, "Oh no, I've made a huge mistake."
I can't
regret
stop.
every decision of my life up to this
I
point.
can't stop. This thing is very bad that you can't
one
stop.
of the best parts of it is how the fucking big trail from his foot and his face, so that it just says "Rider Kick."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Like
there's
Zeo's got a good one.
yeah, Zeo's got a good
But
Yeah.
one.
it's not as
Time
cool.
burst.
The
It was not as-
clock-shaped kick text around it that then goes onto him, and
It
then
says
his face.
Rider kick. His
lights
face
up,
says Rider, and his foot says kick. So
Rider.
put
Yeah.
together,
But
it
if
says Rider
if you
kick.
read it, and if you read it in like the Japanese style, you're gonna read it Rider Kick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
'cause
really
right to
good.
left.
It's really
So
good.
then they beat up another build for a bit, but they can't defeat him. So then Sugo's like,
Oh
"Man,
no, they
fuck
do
this.
kill
They
him, but
kill
every
him,
time
they
but
do
doesn't
kill
he
him,
comes
but he
back.
keeps coming back."
He,
So
he
Sugo,
just steps out.
so
Soga's like,
Sugo's
I
like,
want to go
"Fuck
do a
this!
thing.
I'm gonna go talk. I'm gonna go
Sento.
talk to Sento." And this is where the shit starts
It's getting weird.
because he gets
goes
to
to Nashida, and
Yeah.
then
Sento and Ryuga walk in, but that's not Sento and Ryuga, that's
It's
Katsuragi and Ryuga.
yeah.
Because for some reason, well, I mean, obviously Sento's existence as Build, like Sento's existence and Build's existence are clearly tied together in Build itself. So obviously, if he never became Build, then he would never become Katsura. He would never become Sento either. So Katsuragi would still be Katsuragi, but he still has Sento's face, which
Is explained
2.5
in 2.5.
Five explains to us that. So we'll get to that later.
And
But
we,
so Sento and Ryuga, or Katsuragi and Ryuga, are now huge fans of Sato Taro's band.
huge
Lynx.
big Lynx fanboys.
Yeah, and Nashita is a Lynx fan cafe.
which you have to
either-
wonder. Well, actually, no. Fucking
Soichi's a fan.
Yeah, Soichi. Yeah.
Yeah, so
at the end of Build.
Yeah, it's like I'm actually
New
a
World
big fan.
Soichi's a big fan.
so
But
he
then
was
you have to wonder
probably
with, like-
convinced to set it up like that by Sento and Ryuga. I mean Katsuragi.
And Miss
Ryuga,
Sora was
sorry.
like left. She's just like, I can't
Misora
work
was
here
like,
anymore.
"Fuck this!
I can't work here anymore.
I can't deal with this."
I'm gonna go work with Sawa or some shit.
Yeah, I don't even know who Sawa is in this timeline, but I'm gonna go work with her instead.
Because
I'm
I
gonna
can't
do my
deal.
net. I'm gonna still do my net idol thing on my own.
She doesn't do that
Yeah, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
because Kazumin
'Cause-
doesn't know her.
Yeah, because the net idol thing was so they could get information on where Smash were and shit in Build's timeline.
Yeah.
So she had no reason to become one in normal
Yeah.
timeline.
I still like the idea that she still becomes one somehow.
I'd
He
like
just
that too.
starts Twitch stream business.
Twitch stream. Gotta stream the Twitch.
She's a rival
Twitch.
stream to Parad.
Who is also a rival to I-chan is still here though. Kizunai. Kizunai.
Ai-chan will exist no matter what universe you're in.
Yeah.
She's too powerful.
She's too
Kizuna Ai is a vault, as we all know.
Yes.
Yes. As that one video told us.
That's actually
Kizuna
what's
Ai
behind.
is evil,
He's actually just changing his voice.
because he does that.
Yeah.
Virtual YouTuber evolved.
Evolto. Hi domo, virtual YouTuber Evolto.
I really wish that they would just get like they could just get Evolt's voice actor to do like one video worth of that.
No, but they make like a little like MMD CG model for him
Yeah.
to like rig up to.
Yeah. That'd be
And then
great.
Kizuna just walks in and like just walks out.
No, she walks in and steals the evil driver and then becomes an even stronger version of evil. Because she's that powerful.
And then he was like, "Oh no!"
Oh no! It turns out she was the Crip Clan.
Oh, That's such a crap joke.
The natural
No.
predator of the Blood Clan.
The Crip Clan. What the fuck?
No, that's terrible.
We've been
It's terrible.
pushing him that for ages. Kamen Rider Crip, where is he? We have Kamen Rider Blood now.
Yeah.
And
Oh, like, it's probably gonna be
so
in the New World
they get to
Peace.
Lynx. Ryuga's calling him Takumi, which is
Really
Weird.
weird.
and gonna get confusing when actual Takumi shows up.
Yeah. So then he gets there and they don't recognize him, even though he met them in the past. So and he's like, "No, I need Build and Crow's help." And
They're like, who?
Bill
What?
Cross.
Who
And
is
then-
this?
And then,
then
meanwhile, kills another build exactly at that moment.
so then
And-
they remember for a bit, and they're like, "Oh, here's our ride watches that you gave to us to take care of. You can take them back now." And so goes like, "What? I didn't give these to you."
And then he's like, Sento's gives like a
So
wink.
it's
He's
like,
like, say
give my
hello to
past-
my past self.
Give my past self my regards.
And so goes like, "Oh right, I need to go into the past." So he goes and gets
Gotta
Gates
get back,
and
back to the past.
yeah, you
Kamen
gotta go
Rider.
back.
Watch
Gotta
out.
get back. Yeah.
Watch it.
So then they go, and there's no Skywalk because they don't have enough bento for that. But there's past Center and Ryuga
They
who
try to
see another
transform.
build fucking
Which
around, and they
becomes one of the best parts in the episode. That because
Yeah.
it brings up the gay.
another build goes
Another
in
build
for a
sees
hug. at
another build
Ryuga.
sees Banjo and
And
goes,
it goes,
"Me
build,
build,
you
cross,
cross,
then
best smash, and hugs
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And
Sento's
then
like,
say-
"I'm jealous."
I'm
No,
oddly
first
jealous.
Ryuga's like,
It's like,
what is going on?
That's
And then
really
Ryuga's
freaky.
like-
And then
And he
Sento's
was-
like, "I'm jealous."
I'm oddly jealous.
Which I guess, balances out them for some reason being weirded out when they like get their memories back.
hugging.
And, yeah, like
They're
they're
like,
weirded out by that.
We're
I like to
totally
think that
not
they're
gay.
I like to think that they're just teasing like everybody that wants it.
Yeah, because everybody knows it's there.
Everybody knows it's
Yeah.
there, but they're like, nah, let's just play with it a little while.
You can't. But then they gave us the gay anyway because of another build going.
Yeah,
in.
but that was the past. This is the present.
Are you implying they broke up?
No.
No.
Game
never.
works weird in time travel.
No. I'm just. It's me just more saying that like the writers are just messing with everybody. It's me just saying.
We
the
know
writers are
you
messing
want the
with
gay.
everybody.
It's not that they're messing with us. They just can't. It's like we know you want the gay, but we can't make them gay. We're sorry.
Toei won't
Toei won't
let us outright state it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because don't forget, Oren's also the same case.
Ooh, I'm getting dropped.
Wait, they
Oh, yeah.
aren't allowed to. They weren't allowed to specifically say.
No. I think it was like a production thing to where it's like he is, but depending on who you ask, you
is
can
a
just
kid.
say he's silly.
Because I'm pretty sure.
He really
The-
wanted fucking.
I'm pretty sure
Zanget's
that
ass.
I'm pretty sure that Brain's actor outright said that Brain is gay. So like,
Yeah, but that's the actor, not
no,
the.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, that's-
but,
I'm
like,
sure the
and
actor can
then-
probably say whatever he wants.
And then there's nothing. I don't know with Japan and stuff.
Japan's weird with this
Daiki,
It's a weird case.
Dien
Yeah,
said
Daiki
that
as
he
well.
played-
Said the
he
same.
played
Oh, they're gay.
Tsukasa.
Wasn't aren't
Yeah.
AG and Onks under the same impression?
I don't
Yes,
know.
but you can. Yeah, yes, but you can also tell that the actors want it, and a lot of the production crew want it.
I
but,
don't
like,
know if-
whoever's in charge of the production crew, they don't want it. So it's like they try their hardest to like veer away from it,
Yeah,
which
and
only
you
causes
can- and
the
you can
actors
tell-
to go harder in on it.
And you could tell with some of the fucking the Oznet movies.
Where
that,
it's like,
like,
no,
they
he's
were-
totally getting with
He
Hina.
totally
Don't worry
straight. Look,
about
he's
it.
getting married to Hina, and Hina's dad is General Shadow.
But then there's also the net movie with Double a Nose where like he's like,
They're in the
"I'll
same
get in my
pants.
Ah,
pants."
yes, giant underwear. And,
Get in my underwear.
and
I
I
use-
Top
reacted to
it.
that.
For my old podcast, I actually use that as an ender.
And it's like you can also tell in like the final episode where Hina's holding both their hands between them. Like,
Yeah.
no, guys,
No,
Hina's
hold-
totally the
Center.
Yeah.
the leading girl. They're both pining for her, and
no,
it's like no.
Onk's the lead girl.
Have Shu and Rion ever said anything
I'm not
outright
sure.
about that?
I don't think they've ever really
No.
been asked.
So
Ah,
mad.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
so
think
as I
anybody was
know,
actually asked
there
them
was-
because everybody feels like they know.
Yeah, because it was just
'Cause-
the brain thing was like outright in like a thing during when Drive was airing. His act said as much, so it's like weird where with like Orin if they weren't allowed to say that.
Because Orin was pretty blatant.
It's I'm this is from me
Orange-
this is me quoting from what from if I remember correctly. So I could be wrong and I'll admit to it if I am proven wrong.
I feel you are because
Don't feel-
Orin was pretty blatantly gay.
Yeah, but it's like I'm not saying that the actor couldn't say
No,
it.
not the actor saying it. Like he wanted to fuck Zangetsu. He wanted to fuck
Yeah,
Taketora.
we're just
Yeah.
like-
Who didn't?
It's
Yeah,
more
me
just
too.
like if a parent who is
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not okay with this.
We can just be
Like
like,
the
no,
professor
they're
could-
not gay. Don't worry
it's just
about it.
silly.
No, Orin's just silly.
Don't
He's just a
worry about it.
wacky
He's
guy.
not gay.
Why-
We don't condone the gays
Like,
at
which is why
Toei.
he's like such a comedic character in general, but also you can also tell that
He has an air of
that's
seriousness.
also, and he has an air of seriousness with that sort of
Which-
I love this man.
Yeah, which is why you aren't allowed. Which is also, unfortunately, that's why Sento Ryuga will never be truly real,
Together.
even though we all know
In
it
our
is
minds, they're real. They're the best match.
in our minds and probably
They are
Yuko
the best
Shogo's
match.
mind as well.
Oh, shit.
Probably in Muto Shogo
Right.
and probably in fucking Inika and Akaso's minds.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause-
probably even in Shinzo Abe's mind.
No, Shinzo Abe doesn't
You
want
know what?
it.
No, this is fine. I'll let this one pass.
You
This
will
one.
end with Banjo just saying, yeah, the Crosby said, oh, we'll just end with Banjo turning to the camera and saying, "By rights" in English, and giving
By
a thumbs
rights.
up. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
since
he
I'm just
turns
going
and he
like, no,
says-
Bonjo, this is not the time to say this.
He turns and he says, "Bye, Raitsu." And then Sento goes, "No, Benjo, you can't say this now." And then he just fucking kisses straight in the mouth.
Mwah.
It just ends showing them in bed together.
That's
And then
that's
the
the-
text just comes up like, "Toei, you can't stop me, Muto Shogo."
that's actually what the novel will be.
They can stop us.
Oh yeah, no, that it's more likely it's
In the novel.
it would just be like, fuck it, they aren't telling me what to do anymore. I can just make them full gay if I want.
Oh, Kusaka can rape fucking what's
No,
Mari,
yeah,
like,
if Kusaka
marry-
can rape someone, I think we can have gays.
gays.
Yeah, well, that's also they know they can't stop Inoue.
You can stop Inoue.
What do you mean they know they
Stop
can't
Inoue as
stop
long as
it
you have
away?
camera.
They can't stop his vision.
They have before in the past. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
long
but
as
that
you
was
have
before he became.
cameras.
It was before he became famous.
No, I'm pretty sure it was after too.
As long
If
as
it
you
was
have-
after, then why is the next so bad?
Because they didn't tell
Yeah.
him what to do for the next.
About the next.
Stop talking about the next. Ult isn't
We
even
need to-
here.
No, I will always bring it up whenever
No!
I can.
We have to
We
look
have
You
to
at
can't
save
Ult.
that.
stop me.
We have to save that for when Alta's on here.
Yeah, gotta
Yeah.
save our big next energy.
So anyway, Zio.
Zio, yeah, the thing we were talking about. So
So then
they go back in time.
Oh.
the hug, and then
Zio, then they
Santo and
transform,
Banjo
but they have like
Where their powers are kind of fading.
it's all kind of glitchy, and then Zio,
and
and the
gays.
The
sure.
Right.
build Red Watch.
and then they use he used the build ride watch,
And big
then,
Summons the right
Build
armor.
yeah, and
And
there's that
He just pokes it.
Sento like whispers something
To
to
his
Soko.
ear.
No, you know exactly what he's whispering to. He's like, hey.
Here's what you do.
Do the cool thing with me.
The law of victory has been decided, and then rub your finger along one of your.
But then he-
your
And then
eyes.
kind of like
screws us off.
open up your hand after like a real big clasp.
Yeah,
yeah.
and he screws us
Because
off.
he
And
didn't
he goes-
understand the last part. He
And
thought
Sento goes, and Sento stands there and goes, "The law of victory has been decided." He goes, "Decided!" And he like does the thing, and he just.
But
Sento just grabs
he
his
doesn't.
hand and
He
starts-
didn't.
Like, that's the best part of it because it's just literally Santa just asking him to do a cool thing with him.
Yeah, it's so cute.
But
Yeah,
the thing he
the
didn't
door.
understand was the end of it, where Sento like opens his hand at the end of the thing. He thinks he was
After
supposed to hug
clasping
it.
it.
Yeah, he thought he just has to like clasp it like in front of him, like he's going wow wow wow.
Like,
Yeah.
but he keeps opening and clasping his hand.
Yeah, and he's like,
So
then
cute.
Sento's like, stop
Sento
that.
just grabs his head
No.
and
Stop
shakes his
that.
head.
No, no,
No.
no.
Yeah, Woz is hyping
And then
it
the
up.
other best part of the episode.
Oh yeah,
comes
Woz
up.
is
Other
also
best part of
hyping
the
it up of like, oh, he has inherited the power of Kamen Rider builds.
But like
Yeah.
they're just ignoring him.
Everybody's ignoring
then-
him because
And then at the
can
end,
the other? We're not sure if the
they're-
other
like,
characters
when
can even
they
see him.
No, when he's doing the okay, we need to talk
when
about
he
the
does the
finish.
finisher,
Yeah,
like
we
finish
got
it.
it.
he pantomimes turning the build driver crank.
Yeah, he's
No,
like,
we
okay, I
got
have
it.
to do this, right?
And
And then,
you
like,
see like the text floating by, like when Sento does it, but
It's
it's
not-
just text that says like
Things
Stuff-
I learned in first
things I
grade.
learned in first grade.
Alphabet.
lucky
number times lucky number.
And
And
Sento is
Banjo
so
looks at it and he's like,
That doesn't seem right. That
And
doesn't
Sento
seem right.
he just looks mildly disappointed.
yeah, he's like, oh, my success is an idiot. Oh,
has
Oh.
Look at his face.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that face.
Because
You-
he's
can you
It's
put-
just
for one, it's not even that it's simple. It's that he's in high school. He should know more than fucking the alphabet
Yeah.
and stuff he learned in
Something
first
hard-
grade.
hard
he
numbers.
should at least know the times table.
Should at least know more than hard numbers.
Yeah, unless
To be
that
fair,
said,
though, the seventh
unless that
time
says
he
when
was
he
a
started to
kid.
want to become king, like after first grade.
they say that he is terrible at physics in episode
Oh
1.
really?
Yeah, they
Well,
do. They
even
say
then,
he's
it's
good at
physics.
history and bad at physics.
But even then, you
so
can still
they,
have.
they kill the monster and it's super cool.
But then we find out, oh, there can't be. Well, no, we kind of find that out in the second in 2.5.
Yeah. So then they
Go home.
go and catch up to Sento and Ryuga because Sogo realizes he needs to give them the blank ride watches to set up the time loop from earlier.
He calls him.
but-
He calls Sento, but Sento's
Sento's
like,
like,
my
what?
name's Takumi Katsuragi.
Yeah. So it's like I
What?
guess having the build armor is having the same effect that another rider does
But he-
insofar as the regular rider.
But
and
even then, they say like,
rider armor can't.
even if he
coexist.
doesn't become Takumi Sento, he still becomes builds.
Build.
Maybe.
Banjo still becomes Cross.
No, he
Yeah,
says
but-
specifically, yeah, they do.
That's what
Yeah.
Sogo thinks.
That's what
but
Sogo
we don't
thinks.
know.
Which is very
I
confusing.
want-
Yeah, but
I
there's
want
also
it-
that thing.
I want us to find out that like that literally just as soon as Sogo and Gates leave, everything turns back to normal. But if Sogo and Gates ever come back again, it turns back wrong again. Like
Yeah.
literally, as
So,
long
like,
as
at
they
the
are
moment
there,
that-
it goes wrong. But if they are not there, it's fine.
No, Sento's just pretending so he can
Sent-
fuck with them.
I want to make them think that things are fucked up. It'll be funny, Banjo. Let me do it.
Banjo and
Let me deploy
as, like
snap.
after they fly away into the fucking Back to the Future,
Yeah.
then like Banjo and Sento just fucking giggling.
I can't believe they
No,
fell for
but
it.
also there is one thing we also missed, and it's such a nice nod to like Banjo as a character. While they're walking off before they get the ride watches handed to them, Banjo like looks down and he just zips up his pants.
Yeah, because
His
it
fly
was
was down.
unzipped earlier.
He
yeah.
really has to check his fly more often.
Yeah, damn it, Banjo.
I'm convinced that he just has really old jeans.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Because like that
Maybe.
will happen if you have like really old pairs of pants.
Either
The zipper will
that,
just
or
never
either
stay
that,
up.
or he never zips
Considering-
up after going to the bathroom.
Considering,
Evolve
he probably got those jeans from the trash.
Evolt
Yeah,
gave
that's
no.
probably it.
Evolt gave him all the outfits, but like he deliberately gave him really old jeans so that the fly
No,
would keep-
because even the ones that he got from like prison were fucked up like that.
I think that one was actually just legit. He forgot to zip that one up, but every time since then,
yeah, because
it's
like
just been evil fucking with him. It's like I gave him them, so
gives him old
He-
jeans.
yeah, I gave him these old jeans so the fly would never stay zipped up. Why? Because it would raise his hazard level a little bit every time he gets annoyed about
Every
it.
Also, it's
single-
funny.
Also,
it
it's
just,
funny.
it just raises it up by like 0.001%.
it's
That's
not a lot,
a
but
lot.
it's
Well,
something.
that's not a lot. You
It's
don't
something.
have no idea how bad those zippers get.
Yeah, also it's just funny. So that's
You used-
Hold on, there's still the most important thing at the end of the episode.
At
where
yes.
at the end of the
at
episode, they go back to the
episode,
future, and
They
then
go
Back to
the
2018.
Gaze and
It's
Tsukiyomi
2018.
have a conversation saying,
2018 in the future, asshole. It's present day. Look down at your clock.
But
Yeah, idiot.
anyway, he
They
goes,
go there.
they go there, and Tsukiyomi and Gaze have a talk, and Tsukiyomi's like, "Are we sure that he's Omazeo? He's kind of a loser." And Gaze
Kind
is
of
like,
a loser and kind of a goody two shoes who saved our lives as well.
And
but then
Gaze
Gaze
is
is like, "No, my honor, I have to kill him."
No, he's not that edgy. Come on.
No,
No,
he
he's
has
just like, baby,
Gates has
but
a
I'm
perfectly
still gonna
reasonable
kill him.
concern, which is
it's very reasonable.
Bill didn't come back immediately, and he still has the build armor, so it's like things are still heading in the direction of him
Like
being
the problem
Yeah.
still exists, even
Problem
if he's
still
not
exists.
causing it.
So he's gonna become Omazeo probably. So I have to kill him.
So then
But
they
then
move in.
They move
So the
in
mo-
into the same
Workshop.
apartment. Does it specify if they're in two different rooms or are they sharing a room?
There was one room.
I'm sure they share a room, but Gates probably sleeps
So
on the
who
floor.
has top bunk?
Gates probably sleeps on the floor. He
Yeah,
seems like the
Gates-
kind of guy who would let the girl have the bed.
Yeah. More like Tsukiyomi's the kind of girl who wouldn't let Gates take the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Gates, I just think Gates would probably be the kind of guy who'd be like, yeah, sure, okay.
He goes for it, and
Then she,
Tsukiyomi
like,
just
glares at him?
pulls out the Fi's Phone X and is like,
No.
no. That's
He's
my
like,
bed.
I wasn't gonna. I was just gonna.
I was gonna make.
I was just gonna
make
sit
the bed.
down.
I was making the bed. Yeah, checking for bed bugs.
For bedtime bugs. And then, at the end, we see the man, the myth, the done with this fucking shit
Bullshit.
legend himself, Dr.
Hojo.
Emu Hojo.
Heading to pediatrics.
With the fucking
With the-
depressed look on his face.
With just
Like-
the look on his face of pain.
Like the fucking
I'm
fucked
so
up
done.
sad cat face.
Like I'm sure that's not what they were going for.
They
But
were
that's what
really
it
going
happened.
for like,
Epic.
oh, he's
Oh, super
badass and
confident. He's
serious.
But he's so
He's-
Yeah,
He's
but
got
that,
every
they,
problem.
you know, they had the fucking the music and the
Yo.
Baywatch slow motion shit, but
Yeah, but just the
He
face
just
just says, I am
his
He
face
looks
done.
just says,
destroyed.
everything.
Just leave me
his
alone.
face just
God damn it,
says my
Aaron.
shoulder still aches from when another parrot shot me.
Yeah, it still
Yeah.
hurts.
I still feel the bullet hole.
It's still there. They didn't remove it. They just put a bandage on it.
It's still in me.
He was.
Do you know
he
how
was shot with
incompetent the
a
doc? I am literally the only competent doctor in this hospital.
Wait,
And then he was just like, hey.
Oh wait, no, it was a
What
laser.
bullet?
It was a
What
laser
bullet?
gun.
He was shot with the
Bug
fucking
visor.
what's figgy, the bug visor.
There was a bullet in it for some reason.
Parrot put one in there.
Another parrot,
That's
yeah.
not what the
He thought it would be.
No,
he thought it would be
black
funny.
parrot.
It's just a prank,
No,
bro.
black
It's just a
parrot.
prank, bro. Epic bug visor prank gone terribly wrong.
Gone sexual.
And just the thumbnail is just Parad with like a big like photoshopped smile,
Yeah.
like holding a bullet.
Like it's photoshopped so his frown is upside down.
And it's the emoji tears
Yeah.
coming out of his face.
and he brought out an old photo of Emu dabbing.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
X8.
So just
Gone
as,
sexual.
Not even as X8, just as Emu.
I got my Gaber driver pregnant? Question mark?
No!
Exclamation
Story
point.
time.
Okay, but we also need I can't believe we actually like glossed over like Wool as a character.
Wool is
Oh, yeah.
Wool. He just
Sorry.
kind of shows
Wool,
up
he's-
and
But we
He's-
also talk
he's-
about how like he actually did something decent, and that he spared that guy's life from being run over by a car.
Oh yeah, even
Yeah.
even after he gets fucking returned
After he-
to being after not being another build, he
Build.
still lives.
Alive.
But are we sure that's decent? Because he was supposed to get hit by that car.
Also, the
Yeah.
two other cars nearby, the one that was about to hit him and the one that Will pushed it into,
crashed.
like, are the people in there okay?
Are they
Yeah,
dead?
yeah, we see. No, we know the one that got hit by the other car, like just the one that Will slammed the car into.
Yeah.
We see that they're fine. Like he didn't hit it hard enough to
Are
where
we
the
looking into
airbag
it too
would.
much?
No, he didn't hit it hard enough to where the airbag came out.
Oh.
But the
Fair
glass
enough.
shattered.
Oh yeah, I mean, it does. You'd be surprised how little effort it takes to shatter
To hit
glass.
plexiglass? Because that's what car windows are made out of.
Yeah, and you know what can also shatter plexiglass?
What?
A little tiny piece of porcelain that's in your spark plug.
Oh.
Yeah. Learn that from anybody who's played The Walking Dead knows.
Anyway.
Yeah, just you throw it against the glass and it will just like turn it to pieces. So
Yeah.
my guess is time freeze plus car hitting another car means shattered glass.
But yeah, that
Definitely
was...
you could just break into a car with a toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the
Not
end
even the
of
whole toilet, just like tap
We
the
see a
toilet and just
preview. We see a
forcefully
preview of
tap the toilet.
Xaid, and
Another
Emu's,
Xaid looks like a predator.
Yeah, another
Emu's
Xaid
look
is
sad.
Emu
As
looks
usual.
done.
Hero just looks like Hero.
We should have saved this conversation that we had last night for today.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
Good things
So
we
many
thought
good
of.
things
Oh,
about
yeah.
completely
With the grandiose idea
of
of
done with
Emu being
everything.
Shit,
super
Emu.
okay with another build and being like, "Can
With
you make
another
me
Xaid.
do my job good?"
can
With
you
another
make
Xaid, yeah.
no, another Xaid's a mindless monster.
Yeah, but can you teach him?
Can you like funnel him toward bad guys or something?
Funnel him
Just please
towards
don't
Bugsters.
give me my powers back.
I
I'm
don't-
begging.
I don't want them.
I
Do
don't
you
want
know
them back.
the shit that I went through?
Do you
for
know
2
Dan Caruso?
fucking years?
Do you know who Dan Crudo is? No? Good. You're better off.
Not knowing.
He's the worst.
I know he probably would be. He's like, "Oh yeah, the guy that made Mighty Action X."
Because we do see that
So
Sogo
much
is into
more
video
than
games
that.
at least.
Oh, you
Yeah.
don't. He's like, "Don't learn anything more than that."
Don't learn anything.
And watch.
Don't even learn his
Like
birthday.
a
Hey.
super fan of Dan.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? He didn't actually make Mighty Action X. I did. Fucking asshole.
I am Mighty Action X, but not anymore, thanks to that fucking predator out there.
Which
And
is
that's
good,
what I
kinda.
want.
That's what I want. I want that
Because
predator
when-
to do my job for
I
me.
had to murder my imaginary friend so he would stop killing people.
Do you know how
I
weird
had
that
to
was?
Murder my imaginary friend so that he would learn that death is scary and stop killing people.
It kind of
We
works.
keep a kiddie pool around for that reason.
I just keep it in front of my apartment so he doesn't come
And he just
inside
like
and I
points
can
to
get some
Hero,
sleep.
and I had to deal with this asshole the whole time.
Fucker.
Then Hero's
and then
like, wait,
Hero's
what?
like,
What?
excuse me?
You
know,
heard
I just
me.
want Hero to just be like, "Oh."
I just want a whole breakdown of Emu.
I just like the idea. He just calls Hero out on it, and Hero's just like,
Then he
"Oh
points
man."
back at-
This
and he's
fucker
like,
keeps
"Dad,
stuffing his face with cakes and doesn't gain a fucking gram.
How?
How? He doesn't even work out.
I have never seen him not in this building.
I have never
I don't
seen him
know-
not sitting down.
I don't
We don't
know.
have a gym. We have a rehab thing, but there is not enough.
I don't know if he goes to sleep. I don't know if he leaves this building to sleep.
I don't know
don't
if he ever
know.
takes off his tie.
I will eat Cheez-Its and gain 5 pounds.
I have never seen this man fucking eat anything besides cake.
Oh, Sogo.
You think I wear
and
these
you
red
know,
pants
and
because they look
And
cool?
I've asked him about it. And he doesn't even eat the cake because he enjoys it. He eats the cake to mourn his dead girlfriend.
How fucked up is
Who
that?
has been brought back twice.
And cucked him once, so that one is kind of... That one I'm okay with. That one makes sense. But still, point stands.
And don't. Oh, Sogo, your bike is made from a watch. Guess what? My bike was the dude who kept lying to me, but he was my only friend, and then he got murdered on Christmas.
We were
Oh,
having a
came
fun
back.
dance party on Christmas, and then he died.
Count yourself lucky.
My
But
bike
then-
is a
You see that guy that
pathological
wants to kill
liar.
you? He's probably gonna be your best friend.
Do you know how many friends I have? One. And she's not even here right now.
She's a dating sim themed rider, but she's a fucking rhythm game bugster. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I just like it that he points to Gates when Emu's saying he's gonna be your best friend, and Gates is like, "No, if I have anything to say about it," and Emu just goes, "Shut up!"
You don't have any.
Talking to you.
That's the point. You don't have anything to say about it.
Choice.
You don't have anything to say about it.
And then after all the X-State stuff was preview stuff was done with, the most important part of the show
Was episode 2.5,
2.5.
where it broke down the rules of how time travel
Oh, you're
works.
talking about that.
Where
Right,
things
the
kind of got messy.
Gummy thing.
Well, oh, you're talking about the Goomy thing.
Yeah, we got a new camera.
Goomy,
Gummy,
and
yeah.
it's creepy.
He's got a clock face.
And he
It's
goes
great.
tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
And he
But
has
he
a
does not
little-
do the juicy face.
he does.
He,
No, he
he
does.
has his own juicy face.
I saw somebody put all the fucking Juicy Kid commercials over with over Quartzer over it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I need a link.
I need that. You need to link that.
I will link
now.
that.
Put that. Also, put that in the show notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tick tock. But yeah, then we came with episode 2.5, where
And-
we got a breakdown of how shit works in the Zeo.
Yeah, we got
Bring
an
it
explanation.
out.
We got an explanation of the 3, or maybe only
Two.
2 of the 3 rules of Zeo, how it works. So one is that 2 riders with the same power
cannot
cannot
coexist.
exist.
Which is
Cannot-
gonna be really
Can-
weird when we get to Agito.
They cannot
So-
coexist at the same time.
No, because those are
Well, no,
different
that- no,
people
that-
with the
that's-
Agito
No, that's
seed.
like the
or whatever.
exact same power.
Like,
because
yeah,
he's using the
exact-
power of builds.
Too much pink energy.
Yeah, he's
Basically, yeah.
using-
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, let's ignore the fact that ignore Dad Saragi also just being build because that's not the
Well, no,
same thing.
he's
That's his build
he's-
driver.
No, that's his build driver, and he uses full bottles.
Yes.
Because I think it's taking the power of Sento Kiryu. That's
Yeah,
what it
I
is.
know.
Yeah.
No,
I know
yeah,
what it is.
it's-
I was saying
it's
that's
very
why
clearly-
let's ignore it.
Yeah.
So that's first rule.
Two
Can't
rider-
have 2 of the same one. That
At the same
rule
time.
might apply to the rider armors for Zeo, or it might not. I don't know yet, and we don't know yet, so we just
But
have
it
to
does. It does apply to the other riders.
wait. Yes, and that's why the other riders work. So that's how the other riders work. So when they are given that power, they replace the original rider in the timeline. So the original rider starts losing their memories and gains memories of a timeline in which they never were that rider, and that just so happened to completely erase Sento Kiryu entirely as a person because that meant Katsuragi never became Sento.
And then that brings up rule number 2.
Rule 2,
Another
Wait.
riders can only be killed by the power of that same rider.
which is why
which without the existence of Geo and Gates and the
Would be
ride
impossible.
armors would be literally impossible.
it means it's lucky that the another riders are being made specifically to defeat Zia.
Yeah.
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 Very convenient. You'd think they think that through.
No.
No, they're dumb teenagers.
What-
These time jackers.
Schwartz isn't.
Schwartz
Wool-
is like a man.
Schwartz could just be a really tall 16-year-old. You don't
Wool
know.
is-
He's
Wool
like
is-
Jotaro. He's like Jotaro. It's like I'm
Wool is
He's like
actually
I'm
16.
14.
Wool is literally a 16-year-old.
He's literally
So-
16, and I
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, there's that.
Which means Schwartz could be 12.
So then, as a result of those
Wool
rules,
brings to mind a lot of fucking Junichi from Blade Missing Ace and from Decade, Dien's brother.
Yeah.
And also brings to mind who the fuck?
Young
Fuck
Ryotaro?
No,
Ryutaros, you mean?
no.
No, I said young Ryotaro.
Oh no.
No, there's
Oh,
there's somebody
you don't
else.
know about that, Rose? Well, you
No,
saw
wait,
them.
wait,
you
Mini Deno.
Yeah,
No, I know about Mini Deno. I'm
Yeah.
saying I don't think that Wool is at all like.
yeah, I know. I was saying like, yeah, you're right.
He's in terms of characterizations, he's just the shit kid.
He's a shit
yeah,
kid.
he's
You
the
like-
shit kid who's like,
Hey.
he Kitazaki. That Kitazaki. That's also.
Yes,
who you're-
Kitazaki.
Wait, are you talking? Do you mean Ryutaros? Is what you were trying to
No,
say?
young Ryotaro.
Kid
Mini
Deno.
Deno.
I know. Okay, I know.
Deno.
I know. Okay, I know. Kid Deno. I thought you were trying to go for like the character type you were
No.
talking about.
No.
Oh yeah, he is,
Ryutaros is like way better
More-
than for characterization.
yeah.
It's way closer to a
Thought
characterization.
you meant like look
than...
like.
No, I'm not talking about look.
But
like.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
but, like he
more like
like
Ryutaros.
the way he acts a lot like Junichi Dien's brother.
He pulls
in,
down he like pulls down his eye while sticking out his tongue.
Oh, going. He gives you the yeah face.
as
Yeah.
well as Kitazaki a little bit.
Oh yeah, next episode we're also getting Aura.
Next
Right,
episode
yeah.
we're getting Aura, the second of the 3 time jackers, and we're also getting Gates drive armor.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
he shoots cars out of
we're-
his arm.
Anyway,
He shoots hot-
2.5.
Yeah,
so
his
the
Hot Wheels
final.
guy.
So
The final rule,
Banjo
quote unquote.
Banjo starts complaining about how Katsuragi
Katsuragi
shouldn't have
Katsuragi
Sento's
shouldn't
face,
have
and then
Sento's
Katsuragi
face.
starts insulting him. Like, well, obviously you would never have Evolt's DNA. You shouldn't have that hair. You don't have your braids.
You don't have your prawn
holding
hair.
your script upside down. So the third. So
the
then he just
third
says,
rule.
"Don't ask unnecessary questions about adult
And
circumstances."
then Soga's like,
Soga-
that. So that's the third rule, right?
The third rule is just shut up.
But then
that might be the
Sento,
third.
but then
rule.
Sento looks at him with like all right. and walks-
Katsuragi is like,
or-
"No, idiot."
and
No,
walks
it's
away
not.
without saying anything.
Yeah.
So the
it
third
actually says
Dumbass.
We don't actually
Yeah.
know the third rule.
we don't know if that's the third rule or not. It could be. It could be not. I hope that if that is the third rule, it will only be applied to things like we couldn't dye Eiji Akaso's hair black just for this one
We-
bit. Don't worry about it.
Tsukasa refused to get rid of his Jinga hair.
Don't worry about that. Like, I hope they don't try to apply that to actual plot points
Same.
because I will kick their ass if they
Because
do.
that's just lazy writing.
If you're going to go for something where we aren't supposed to think about the plot points, just admit that it's Decade 2 and I will be fine with that.
It's decade 2. But yeah, that's all of Zio. What did you guys
Yeah.
think of this
It
week?
was fun.
It was fun.
Confusing
But
and
fun.
a mess, as we said, but fun.
But it was cool.
It's a TV show with time rules that it doesn't feel like it needs to make sense about
It's
because
an
I think it
anniversary season.
it's
Yep.
legit just there so the writers can do the cool thing.
They want to put
Yep.
the cool writer back, and yeah,
Yeah.
they want to give
My
him the
only
cool
problem is
writer
that it
armor.
still is doing the thing I don't like anniversary series doing, and it's
Which?
only Mabius that does it correctly.
What are you talking
What
about?
is it?
Where the hero fights alongside the previous heroes, not using
Oh,
their
yeah.
powers.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I'm not gonna say that it makes it bad. I'm not gonna say it makes it
Well,
bad. This is,
I
this
have
is
a
me saying
feeling
what
by
my
the end of the
taste is.
series they're going to team up, all of them.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
a feeling
yeah.
about that too. But
Because
like,
there's
that's
the
just
opening-
my thing. Is that I just don't like it when that's how the anniversary series
Yeah.
is handled.
Because
Because like
There should
Mabius,
be
he
a
just
big
teams
thing-
up with the
there should
guys.
be
He
Because-
doesn't use any of their powers.
it's
There
a
should
good.
be a big old thing where fucking
Because the only
like
suits
in
they
the
really
movie,
made.
they're having this big huge battle against like a bunch of villains and stuff, and then like the good guys like are on their last legs and they turn around and they see a dimensional wall and they see whatever writers they couldn't get the actors back for,
Yeah.
and then and then leading them you see Hongo, Godai, and Tsukasa.
Oh god, that'd be too much.
Oh my god.
My dick would get too
much,
huge.
Yeah.
My dick would get too
Okay,
huge.
let's also talk about this. Would you be fine if the Onodera actor
The who?
stepped in? The decade.
With
Kuga.
Yusuke
Oh.
Kuga.
No.
Shit Kid
I
Kuga?
Like, we can't get him
That's-
back due to some
Can't
things.
get
That's
Oda-
not
they didn't
Kuga.
get back.
No. But what they say.
I don't
You
care
just-
what
you
they
don't
say.
even-
I don't even give a shit what they say. That's not Kuga.
No, but let me just hear me out. They just have him be that Kuga. Like, he just steps in, like,
He's Godai.
he's gonna. No, Onodera is not there anymore. Onodera is gone.
Just the actor plays Godai.
Yeah.
No. I actually would like that less than just bringing in another Kuga.
I think it would be fine if it's
I-
like we can't get Odagiri.
I don't
We
give a shit.
can't get him.
He's Kuga. If you can't get Kuga, then don't even try.
You can't
The
get.
problem is that they
Don't
want to try.
No, but
because they know how much weight Kuga has as a character.
yeah, but honestly, we have gotten hints that he will come back. A very strong hint, to be honest.
Yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
hasn't shaved that goatee in years, and also has Godai hair.
Well, he's always had that hair.
Well,
Oh, he
yeah,
hasn't?
but
Yeah, he's had it in ponytail mostly.
he's had it on and off, but
But the
He's
shaved
technically
beard.
had the hair.
Well, no, but it's styled exactly like Godai has it. Had it.
Godai's is just down.
No, it's kind of fluffy.
Mm.
And again, also the shaved beard is the big thing because he hasn't shaved that
Yeah.
thing in years.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he still had the beard.
No, he
No, he
shaved
doesn't
it,
have a
he
beard.
shaved the beard.
Okay.
which is like really
yeah.
like, you haven't shaved that thing since Kuga. But yeah, I hope he comes back because honestly, he's the only one I would be okay with.
I'd be fine with the Onodera actor
I wouldn't.
because here's my thing.
No,
After
I
seeing,
get
like,
you, but I don't give a shit. It's
No,
not.
I'm
Kuga.
not. I'm not saying that just because what if they can't get it back, whatever. Also, seeing just how hard the Onodera actor worked to try and become a replacement for Kuga.
He didn't try to become a replacement for Kuga. He honestly became his own character by the end of Decade.
No, but if you actually, I'm gonna link you guys to that facts about Decade video that I think I linked earlier, and like when it gets to him, it's just like how interesting he did it because it's like he like watched all of Kuga in like a weekend or something like that, just so he could actually figure out. Because he's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, this guy's not my favorite. This guy's not my favorite. He's my favorite, and I'm really hoping that
I
can
hope
be
he comes back as his own
suitable,
Kuga. Like
again,
starting out with
here's my thing.
Tsukasa.
Again,
Yeah.
like this is just like if he's the only one that can do it, I'd be fine because I've seen just how hard he's doing it.
I understand
And if
he
he's
worked
like,
really hard,
okay,
but
you can't do Onodera, you got to do Godai, and he's like, got it.
you mean Odagiri?
I got you.
Speaking
No,
of,
okay, Decades Kuga is called Yusuke Onodera.
Oh,
Regular Kuga is Yusuke Godai.
okay,
they're both Yusuke, but only one of them is Godai.
okay.
So, and speaking
No,
of
I
people,
do understand Soda.
speaking of people who might come back and might not, Ryotaro. I hope he comes back, but he probably won't because
I'd be
his fucking
fine.
agency is like, no, you can't be fucking
He
them rider
wants to
anymore.
come back, but his agency
He
won't.
wants
Yeah.
to come back, so I don't. Maybe have him
But
disguise himself as another person.
Odagiri does manage to come back, then
Yay.
likely all bets are off.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Odagiri could probably be free agent, or like his agency just doesn't care.
I mean, for me, just the best possible situation is Philip.
Philip?
Yeah, Philip could come back.
Mas-
Philip
Masaki
could come
Suda,
back.
yeah.
He seems more okay with the role after years
Yeah.
of hating it. Because he did that.
Meanwhile, we got Shotaro's actor just
Yeah.
being like, "Yeah, let's do it. I'm all in."
Yeah,
Look,
no,
whenever you want Double to reappear, I'm fucking ready.
Kiriyama's always there.
Just please call
give me
me.
a call,
Please,
and I'll
Toei,
be
call
in,
me.
and I'll put
I am
I'll put
fine
on the
with it.
trilby. I'll put on the tie. I'll get a
Kiriyama
nice suit jacket if
I'll
you
get a
need me
vest.
to. I'll pay for everything. Just
I want to
Just-
be double.
I want to be Shotaro again.
Please.
He's Shotaro. He was Shotaro in as recent Climax Fighters.
Yeah,
I know, and because he loves it so much.
he loves being
Yeah.
double.
He went to like a Western convention.
Yeah,
and,
he went to.
yeah.
I think he went to Power Morphicon or
or
No, it
some-
wasn't
some-
Power Morphicon.
No, it wasn't Power
was it
Morphicon,
Comic
but
Con?
it was.
Not Comic Con, Anime Expo.
But- I think. I
It probably
think
was.
maybe.
Anime Expo seems right.
And in like an interview, he said that he was like pleasantly surprised at learning
much-
like how
Popular double.
popular Rider is in the West. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
he was a relative unknown until a couple of years back.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
which is why I'm saying, hey, Shout Factory, Shout Factory, if you're listening.
Hey, Shout Factory.
Hey,
give us Ryder.
Shout Factory.
Hey,
Start subbing Ryder, maybe.
Hey, Crunchyroll.
Yeah, like
If you
Shout
do,
Factory, go commission the Shout Factory, Crunchyroll, go commission the fucking
Overtime, guys.
the overtime like translators and the fucking
TV Nihon guys, just for the
Nihon
style,
encoders.
just for the
Just
style,
for the-
Just for
yeah.
the encoders.
just for the good coding,
encoders.
the good
Yeah.
coding.
Because they do the cool things.
They do the cool fonts and shit.
Which
But
the
only for
DVD
the
probably
headset.
might not be able to have, but that's fine.
but
All
only
I
for
want
the
is for them. The only thing I want is for Writer subbed an hour after it's released in Japan.
Come on, Shout Factory.
Good.
If you do it, we want a sponsorship.
Good Crunchyroll, do that.
Oh.
Hour after.
Don't push your sponsors.
But
No, if Crunchyroll offers to sponsor this podcast, I'm gonna. Then you take it. I'm gonna quit. I don't want to fucking be
I was
shilling
meaning
that
Shout
shit.
Factory.
yeah, I can't.
Well, no, Rose,
Yeah,
we can
Shout
do. No,
Factory
here's
would
the
be
thing.
fine
We
with
can
me.
do
Yeah.
we can do the ad read.
The thing
No,
is,
we-
we'd
no,
have.
No,
we'd
Rose,
be
talk about-
we'd be
Rose.
supporting
Rose.
the high spice thing.
no, Rose. Remember,
Mm-mm.
like
The less said about
they
this,
give
then the
you-
better.
Yeah.
This needs to be
money.
talked about like outside of the podcast. Then.
Yeah.
No, I was just joking.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna be getting any sponsors anyway. That's why I said that.
Can
yeah,
you-
because this is just
Unless Blue Apron wants to give me a call.
Yo, Casper mattresses.
Casper?
Yo, if you want to
Yeah.
pay us,
Hey,
Uh,
movement watches.
Hey, Audible, we're here.
uh,
You sponsor
that
everybody.
weird shady betting site that the Super Best Friend cast accidentally got sponsored by a couple weeks ago.
Oh jeez.
We're available. We'll read whatever the fuck.
Unless it's like illegal. That's something we
Yeah.
won't read.
Yeah.
Come here and get your miniguns.
Come here.
Hey kids!
Do you
drop.
want to buy a Pingus?
Actually, that's not illegal. That's not.
Especially here in
California,
Texas.
I think like a minigun is legal in California because it's not technically automatic.
Hey, if any of
actually
you
not
black
on-
market dealers who want to deal in organs, give me a call. I'll do the ad read
Live on the podcast.
right here.
No, fuck
Do
it.
you
just
want to
go
buy a
totally
penis?
ludicrous. Hey, Smart Brain.
Smart
Give us a
brain.
sponsorship.
Get him Corp.
Give
I'll-
us-
Anyway,
I'll play Mighty Action X on
Kogami
stream.
Corp, please. Kogami Corp, please.
I won't accept
we'll
sponsorship
stream
from
us
Namba.
playing Kamen Rider Chronicle, and
If
then
Namba
one of
tries
us
to
dies,
sponsor
oh
this
well.
podcast, I'll hunt him down and
Namba
kill him.
not-
Kogami Corp, come on.
Rover
and man, I need to Rover see- not
let Nanba come over.
Shut up.
No,
don't
no,
bring that
no,
up.
no, Saraku. We all know the
Outboard
secret
statesman of the
speedrun tech for Kamen Rider Chronicle.
Go and shoot
Just
Kronos.
go run into
Just
the
go
game.
shoot
Go into
Masamune's
Masamune's
office.
CEO's office and get a gun and shoot him. There, game cleared.
I'm
Yeah.
Cronus now.
I
will
am the Cronus.
dance.
I am the big
Yeah.
dick OG writer.
Yeah. So, you guys, did you watch Lupat this week?
I did.
Nope.
I did
no.
not, but if you need me to deafen myself, I will.
It's only me and Rose have really watched
Well, I
it.
just want to say a brief thing about it. This episode had a Gangler imagining at one point that he was married to
To
Tsukasa,
but
and
but
God,
Su-
I think we can all relate to that.
yes.
Yes.
But the thing was, the Gangler was the wife and Tsukasa
Yeah.
was the husband.
Well, that's the ideal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the husband. I want Tsukasa
Yeah.
to take care of me.
Also, there's some fucking Gangler with like 5 safes grafted onto him. That's
Yeah,
weird and
he's
fucked
really
up.
creepy. Next,
Yeah.
There was
Ne-
just a purple mobilettes.
Oh yeah,
right?
there's just
Yeah.
a in one of the fucking Lupin collection is called Bad the Boys
Bad boys.
is just a
Well-
purple mobilet.
Just a purple Gokaiger phone.
Yeah, it's just there. It's like they didn't even try.
It's called Bad Dog Boys, yeah. Also, Sakia wants to be a YouTuber.
Sakia
apparently.
wants to be a
In
YouTuber.
the Gangler's imagination of him and
It's
and
honestly
Patarangers
not too
being
inaccurate
high
because
school.
Keitaro says
Yeah.
he wants to be a cop.
Yeah, it's all accurate.
Tsukasa wants to be the CEO of a stuffed animal company. and and fucking Sakuya wants to be a YouTuber.
A YouTuber.
And it's not like it's not like they said I want to make videos on the internet. They literally specifically said YouTuber.
Yeah, you
He
can hear him
literally
say
says YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Virtual YouTuber.
No! He's
No!
not a virtual YouTuber, just a regular one.
I shot my I shot Patoranger Ichigo. Prank gone
Prank.
horribly wrong.
No!
Gone sexual.
No!
I like how it always gone sexual.
Not clickbait.
Not
Not
clickbait.
clickbait. Not clickbait.
I
And then
met
you open up
Eddie
and-
Murphy.
That's-
They've done the Beverly Hills Cop reference twice in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they also did a RoboCop reference.
Yeah.
I need to
Great.
like.
Yeah, fucking catch up on Lupat so these
'Cause they're-
segments
'cause
for
they're
Lupat
like-
can go on
They're
for
like
longer.
fucking. They're like, okay, Hilltop. I forget what the robot is called because he's barely in the show.
Jim
Carter.
Carter.
Jim,
yes.
we need you to dress up as these. And then fucking Hilltop comes in as you're under arrest, he says in English. And then Jim
Hello.
Carter comes in, it's like, hey, I'm that cop from Detroit. And hey, he's got like a big old mustache on his face and the
Hey.
jacket. And then
Yeah.
the gang was like, no, you got idiots. The black guy's supposed to be Beverly Hills Cop and the robot's supposed to be RoboCop.
Oops.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's great. So that's about it in terms
So
of.
when are we getting the Detroit Become Human episode of Lupin?
No! Jim Carter
Only
just...
if Eric Deckard can be in there. Brian
No,
Deckard.
it would be Jim Carter as fucking Connor.
No, Brian Deckard for Connor only. I refuse to accept anybody else.
Well, too bad, you're gonna get Jim Carter.
No.
No.
He's
let
gonna be
Brian
like,
do
I'm...
it.
The,
Brian likes dogs.
I'm the cyborg from fucking...
I like dogs.
Cyborg?
He's... Yeah.
Jim's not a cyborg. Jim's
I know,
a fucking
I'm the robot sent by Cyberlife. To
He's
catch
android
ganglers.
anyway, but Jim's
Um,
the fucking.
I'm the android sent by Cyberlife to catch all these ganglers.
I bet that'll be real easy to do when Quantic Chain just fucking implodes. Inevitably.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen one of these days. Although Detroit was super popular.
Yeah, but
Hyper
it's
popular.
getting sued and shit.
Oh, they are?
That
Yeah, horrible workplace conditions.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot that. Where fucking David Cage is a sexist and shit.
And penis
You know-
drawings, right?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
dick butt.
Haha, I made the penis.
Wait,
Haha.
did people literally draw dick butt?
Yes.
I mean, that's fine. In my opinion.
No, that was the least of the problems as far
Yeah.
as I can remember. But anyway, this isn't a video games podcast.
Until the end of the podcast.
Yeah, so I have not been watching Ultraman RB or Ultraman Lube.
I have also
However-
not been watching Arby's because there's no official release.
What about
Okay,
Doesn't
so
So I
doesn't
guess
Crunchyroll-
no one has been watching it then.
No.
Because I'll watch Kamen Rider like because there's legit nobody bringing it. The fact is, Ultraman has like several people that are trying to bring different series over.
Like
None of them
Crunchyroll,
are touching this.
Oddly.
Yeah.
They did Geed.
They did Jeed, yeah.
Indeed.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's explicitly G'd for reasons.
I saw
Yeah.
one episode. I saw like 2 episodes of Geed, so sue me.
I
It
watched
is
all of
explicitly G'd for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Sue me.
Anyway,
And several reasons that subbers hate it for.
Pay me $50,000 to get me to say Geed forever. Unless you
No.
want me to say Geed.
No, watch the show and go, oh, okay, so it is G.
Yeah.
Anyway.
but again, they say Belial instead of Belial.
You can say Belial. That's just how Japan pronounces it.
I know.
But anyway,
And-
nobody's seeing Ultraman, so
you
we
can say
can
Belial because that's
So we can
literally
skip
his
the
name
So yeah, whoever
Belial.
Next
does good.
segment.
What's next?
Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
I didn't
because
see this week's
episode-
I
episode.
refuse to.
What happened in this episode? Tell me. Explain this to me.
What happened in this
bullshit.
episode? Who cares? Let's move on.
No, I want to talk
Yeah.
about this because I'm angry.
I think
So,
I think I
Oh,
read, I
no,
think I
Rose
saw a
is
summary.
Andrew
I think
now.
I saw a summary. It's something about
So-
Monty farting.
no, it's
No, that's
not.
different.
That is
No.
episode. That is the last episode of Ninja Steel, the first episode of Super Ninja Steel. What this episode is so. Do you know the Wolfman in the Ninja
No.
and how Star
didn't see
Ninja
the
got
picture.
turned into the Wolfman for a bit? Well, don't worry, because that doesn't happen in this. The Wolfman is just a random monster of the week who turns people into kind of werewolves, except they just have more hair on like their face.
They look
and
like
claws.
they look like that one kid did at the end of they look like that one kid from Goosebumps. What was it?
Yeah. Don't.
Is that one episode where he gets turned into a dog at the end?
No,
Yes.
it's the one where they were all dogs all along. That one.
Sure.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was that they all turned into dogs at the end.
No, they were dogs who got turned into kids, and then they turned back to dogs at the end.
Oh shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the
That's
plot.
meta.
Anyway, so yeah. So anyway, My Hairiest Adventure. That's what it's called. Yes.
My Harry
So-
yes.
So they just look like that. They don't have the Wolfman costume reused for it. They don't have some kind of new original werewolf costume. They just kind of look like that. So Mick gets affected and is immediately cured. Victor gets affected so they can have a stupid joke where he's like scout to do a burger ad and then he turns into a werewolf halfway through, and then at the end it's like, oh, we liked
We
the
really
ad,
liked
but we
that
need
ad,
you
but
to
we
do
need to
that
grow the hair
werewolf
back."
thing again, but they can't because, oh no, he cured the thing, so he can't do the contract. Isn't that funny? Anyway, then Star Ninja Kinji, fuck, what's his name?
Cowboy Ninja.
Levi, yes.
Oh fuck!
Levi,
I want to kill
um,
myself because I remembered that.
So Levi has this fan who dresses exactly like him and keeps showing up, and he gets turned into a werewolf at some point. So in order to turn him back, Levi has to serenade the
Levi
werewolf
literally serenades the werewolf.
and then
Why?
pulls the claw out.
Why?
And then at the end of the episode, he's like, "Oh, I guess my friend now is happy." It's like, but the dude's like kind of creepy because he was literally dressing exactly the same as him.
So why?
So,
what was the,
basically-
what was the
that's not
message of this
creepy.
episode?
That's
Shut up.
idolizing.
What was
The
the
message of this episode is shut up. Shut
There
up, don't
was-
think about
Was
it.
there just no message?
There was no message, just fuck off.
No,
Fuck
there's
off.
never a message.
Why do you think-
because the message? Because kids don't like message. That's the one thing that
Neo
No, they
Song?
have-
one thing that
they
Saban
somehow-
seems to realize.
They sometimes
kids-
have no, here's the thing. They sometimes have messages, but it's always the most basic bitch tier shit like
Is it
don't lie or be nice to people or whatever. It's like basically that level of
Sharing.
shit. Yeah, it's like that level of
Literally,
shit. There's
the
nothing...
prelude
Saving the
to
world
big-
because it's epic.
This is
basic
the
human
most
decency is
Every
epic.
time I forget he says the word epic, and every time I'm disappointed when he says it again.
It's just
So,
never ending.
There was that. I think we already talked about the Wasp one.
We talked about the Wasp one last week,
Yeah.
which I have yet to upload. I'm going to upload.
So that's Ninja Steel. That's Rose complains about Ninja Steel done for this week.
It's done.
Because fuck.
How
So,
hath
is there
Power
any
Rangers
other
blighted
Toku
Rose?
stuff?
Yeah, how hath Rangers blighted Rose? Hopefully,
I think the
How
worst
Hath
part of-
Rangers blighted Rose will not last until
Beast
last
Morphers.
past next year. Because if Beast Morphers is bad,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna die.
We're all gonna die. We're all rooting for Beast Morphers. Let's be
Yeah, we
honest.
need it to be good. Yeah.
We're not really rooting for it just so much as we're holding it up at knife point and being like, "You better be good. I swear to God, if you aren't, we're just
Yeah.
you're gonna
It's
regret
a
it." you piece of
suicide
shit."
You,
pact.
if,
It's a suicide pact.
We're holding on to the end of the noose, and we're like,
Yeah.
if we're gonna fucking let it go. If you're bad,
we're standing there in the warehouse with the gun
first
pointed
fact-
at him, looking at our watch, waiting for the news.
we're waiting.
First time a fart joke trigger gets pulled.
First
Well-
fart joke.
To be fair, Lupat had a fart joke in
Oh
it.
yeah, that too. A fart joke 2 weeks
It's
ago.
if it's a bad fart joke.
I swear to
You
God,
can
if
make
you
fart
have,
jokes good.
I swear to God, if they're in high school, the trigger's getting pulled.
Yeah. Because guess what? The only semi-good Neo Saban season Dino Charge before Super Dino Charge happened, they weren't in high school.
Yeah, they're
And then
like,
all the others, they were in high school, and it was terrible.
because high school is where kids hang out.
Except
Even
that,
though-
but even then, that's only due to how excessively faithful it was to the
Yeah.
point of hindering it.
So anyway, fucking So yeah, they were like, "Oh, we need to do high school because hey, weren't the
Mighty
Mighty
Morphins?
Morphin Power Rangers in high school? Do you remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Remember Bulk and Skull?
You remember Bulk and Skull? They're back in Victor and Monty form. I
Here's
want them
here's something bad for. I think the reason that Victor and Monty hurt Rose so much is because Monty has glasses.
no,
Yeah.
It's because he-
No, they also
it's
hurt
the
me
clear
because-
meganophobia, as Rose has
yeah,
said
as I
multiple
said,
times.
Monty is a character who exists as a result of a terrible, widespread prejudice
Against
throughout Western civilization called meganophobia, in which nerd characters or characters with glasses often have to look ugly because they don't believe that there can be attractive nerds. Meanwhile, in Kamen Rider and in Super Sentai,
And in just
they
all
don't
sorts
do
of
that.
Japanese media.
Yeah, you get hot guys with glasses in Toku, but then in Power Rangers, it's like no, it usually they have to be
Nerds.
shitty nerd stereotype, the anti Megane.
like Billy.
Wait, yeah. Well, I haven't seen Mighty Morphin Power Rangers,
Well,
so I don't
he's-
know.
Well, you
well,
haven't seen
The
Mighty
actor
Morphin?
himself is pretty.
I
handsome.
haven't. I've said this before.
She's only
haven't.
the only Mighty Morphin thing she's seen is the movie.
But
Yeah,
the,
I've
but
seen
the
the
actor,
pictures you guys showed it
the
to me.
actor himself is pretty handsome.
And also hella gay.
Oh yeah, and hella gay.
Yeah. Well-
but he does perforate the nerd stereotype in that he's a giant loser.
Well, I mean, most of the Meganes I like are also
Giant
giant
losers. Like
losers.
Utsumi!
There's also
And
a
Brave.
Megane in Megaforce.
Rose? Forgive me
Shut
for
up.
saying this.
Why would I even remember who's in
Brain
Megaforce?
as Millhouse. No, Millhouse is Brain.
Which way around is it?
Millhouse
Everything's
cosplays
coming up, brain.
Are you saying?
Millhouse is the original
Are
American
you
Megane.
saying Drive, but with Millhouse instead of Brain? Or are you
Yeah.
saying The Simpsons,
but
but
with
with Brain
Brain.
instead of Millhouse?
Yes.
Yes. Both of those work extremely well.
Jesus Christ!
Just Bart says he's gonna have to repeat the 4th grade, and then just the giant leap onto the floor from Brain to laugh at him.
Shut up! Shut up!
Lisa likes brain.
No one likes Brain.
No one likes brain.
Art and Nelson.
It's his entire
Shut up.
character arc that nobody likes him.
Shut up! You can't do this.
Brain's
Oh.
parents are divorced.
Doesn't have parents.
His dad sleeps in a race car bed.
Well, Bano and his wife did get divorced, and Bano probably would sleep in a race car bed. So,
You know he would.
Superintendent.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, Krim. I sleep in a race car bed. What do you
Did they explicitly get divorced?
I'm
think so.
pretty sure that's what happened.
He left.
I thought it was that he
She left him?
disappeared.
I don't know.
But still,
Either
in the
way,
end,
that's basically what happened.
Bono would sleep in a race car bed, and he'd be like, "Krim, I sleep in a race car bed. What do you sleep in? I sleep in a big bed with my wife." Oh,
And an actual race car.
and it's an actual race car. I'm way into the race car thing.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Superintendent Bono.
Yeah.
Mock.
Well, Prim, I made it, despite your directions.
No, it'd be, well, Mock, I've made it, despite your directions. Ah, Superintendent Bono, you made it. I hope you're ready for mouth-watering hamburgers. I thought you said we're having Gore Drive. No.
Gold Drive.
That's what I call hamburgers.
It's a regional dial.
Regional.
Yeah, what region?
Hokkaido? Well, I don't know any cities in Hokkaido, so that sucks.
Great, cool. Oh my
Good
god,
job.
this joke sucks.
Yeah.
Oh no, we'll bring it back. We're gonna learn our cities in Japan. We're gonna make one every episode.
No,
No.
Numazu.
Okay.
Well, I'm from Numatsu.
Numazu.
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 I've
Okay,
never
now
heard
give us a fucking second one for the other part of the joke.
Oh shit.
No, it's an Albany expression.
Osaka.
No, it should just be like, no, she said, well, I'm from Nozomu and I've never heard the expression Gold Drive. It's like, no, it's an Albany expression. Ah, I see.
Cause Go went to America.
Yeah.
We didn't even need to look up.
He could have just been like, upstate New York.
Upstate New York.
Fuck!
Oh, really?
Idiot!
We're idiots.
And it just ends with the single acts and all that.
Kate koyo!
Materoyo.
Mateoyo!
Italia!
Mateio! It's like
Iteio.
Bono turns around and he's just got fucking Go has the signal axe in his hand with a smile
I'm
on
just
his
giving
face.
him a thumbs up.
Ow! Would Shinosuke be Bart or fucking Homer? And Kiriko's Marge.
Oh god.
No, Shinosuke's Homer, Kiriko is Marge.
Chase is Bart.
No, Chase is Maggie.
Yeah, he doesn't say nothing.
Suck, says Chase.
Oh god.
So, who's Mr. Burns then?
Mr. Burns would be the... I forget his... The fucking...
Harley Hendrickson?
The guy who would make... The guy who's, that Ron Royd Mood who's like the chief of police or whatever. Or
The one that said,
Yes!
the one that like said he could not
001.
transform into Kamen Rider Drive.
001. Him.
001
yeah,
and,
Freeze.
Yeah,
So
Freeze.
Chase shoots him, yeah.
Yeah. And also fucking, what's his face? The one dude who was, killed Shinosuke's dad.
Yeah.
Brain-
He would be, he'd be
You also
Smithers.
found out
That-
Brain
that's
is-
Smithers,
Brain is
yeah.
Millhouse. Brain
Oh, wait.
is,
No. No, I'm saying,
Smithers.
not him.
Smithers, yeah.
The guy who's like,
Fuck.
bark, bark,
Damn it.
bark, bark.
But we started and everything's coming up Brain, so
Brain.
we can't just...
We can't. No, the guy.
You can't stop us from
it's
making
the
every character
foundation.
Brain.
Every
No,
character is now
it's the
Brain.
foundation.
Every character's now Brain. That sounds like a world I want to live in.
What about it? Don't you want Atsumi's too, though?
I guess, maybe, yeah. Some
Well,
All
variety.
Brains
Brain's
but
got
only
Utaros?
one Utsumi.
Utsumi-
Uh,
Utaros can just be anybody.
Yeah, Utaros could just possess any of them and that would be
Yeah.
fine.
It's double Megane. Rose just explodes.
Utsumi's Peter Griffin. Utsumi's Peter Griffin.
No! No!
From her pants.
No! No!
I never ran.
You can't say that! Yeah, I'm leaving! If you...
God.
Hey, evil! Hey, evil! Check it out!
Hey,
No!
Senso, check it out. Look at this
Oh.
belt.
Stop!
It's pretty freaking
Stop.
sweet.
You
Stop!
wanna know what really grinds my gears? Kamen
No.
Rider. Or Gentoku.
Stop! Stop! I'm already regretting my existence!
You wanna know what really grinds my gears? The Hell Bros.
They literally have gears on them!
Exactly. Perfect. Hey, evil! Remember
hate-
that time I met Tom Cruise in a subway?
Stop! Stop!
Let's not bully Rose.
God damn it!
Itsumi guy funny moment.
No!
Utsumi got him.
Mad Rogue
There's
funny
a
moment.
title! There's a title!
No,
Mad
Mad
Ro-
Rogue funny moments, yeah.
Bad Rose, funny moments.
No!
Sento, look out! You're about to get run over by a car.
It's just Sento playing. No,
Sento,
no,
look
no,
out!
No, Banjo is the Brian.
Oh yeah, Banjo's
Banjo!
Brian.
That's a bit silly.
Banjo is Banjo.
Banjo's Banjo.
It's Kazumin.
Kazumin's fucking Brian.
It's Sento.
Kazumin, look out! Blizzard knuckle! Grease the blizzard!
He just gets hit by the freeze knuckle. And then he just turns to dust.
Oh, let's stop bullying Rose.
Oh no, it's fine. Anyway, do we have anything else?
I don't think there's any more Toku stuff.
I could talk about Dairanger and my dislike of the ending.
Sure, you can talk about Dairanger.
Does it matter if I go into spoils? Because there's like a, it's like the.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead, I don't care.
Okay. In Dairanger, there's a lot of really good like subplots. Like at one point, there are like 6 to 7 different subplots going on involving every character, and it's really interesting. And throughout the series, you're kind of getting like all kinds of different plots going on for them. This one like assassin who at one point sort of becomes like a demon dude, and he's like constantly fighting the Rearranger Ryo. And the problem is that plot kind of falls to the wayside because he eventually takes a death blow meant for both of them. And he gets captured by the Gorma tribe.
Uh-huh.
And then turned into like a werewolf monster, and then they have to like fight the werewolf monster out of him, and then he's like at his last breath. Then the Gorma, which he does get a final good scene, but like considering before he turned into a demon warrior thing, he had killed his sister, and like he gave up all of his humanity to become even stronger.
Oh.
So it's just kind of it kind of just feels like a step down for him in the plot. And then there's the way they have everything repeat itself, which is all of the Gorma tribe was mud dolls.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And it's like they were going to reveal that only one of the Gormas like was creating all the mud dolls, but then they reveal that he's a mud doll too.
So who's creating them?
Nobody. It doesn't say.
Oh wow.
It's like this. It's like the natural yin and yang of everything. But the problem is that there's so many character plots involving the Gorma. Like Ryo's father joined the Gorma. Was he brought back as a mud doll?
Don't worry about it.
Were the Three Stooges the mud dolls as well?
They just wanted to continue. They wanted to have it be like, oh, the Gorma are gonna
The story
come back.
continues, but it's like you could have had it with like the one Gorma tribe member creating it, but then they have him revealed to be a mud doll too, and that character is also revealed to be another character's father. So it's like,
why do they do this?
You had a really good plot going, but the plot twist within the plot twist just ruins it.
It's like when we were talking about Kyoryuger 100 years after last time. I really don't like 100 years after because I don't like they're just like, oh well, the Debos is actually still around.
Well, no, because
there are things I do like about 100 years after, and things I don't like.
The end of Kyoryuger implies that like the creators of Debos.
Yeah, but then it's not even the creators of Debos showing up. It's just
more Debos.
Is here again. Fuck it.
I think
also, that ending
that's
for Dairanger
also
only
my
makes me
annoyance
even...
with like fucking Kiva's ending, where it's just like, oh no,
Neo Fangai's Papa.
It's like, seriously?
Kill them all.
No, it's fine. They're Neo.
also there's this one that ending also like kind of makes me feel even worse for the fact that the actor for Dairanger killed himself.
Oh.
Because this was the ending to the series that like kind of doomed him from never getting another acting role.
Oof.
And I'm like, because if you took out the fact that that one final Gorma was a mud doll, I'd be fine with it. It would be fine.
Yeah.
But having him be one too,
It's like, I guess they're just making. They just happen.
They just appear.
They just come out of the.
But the thing is,
they just
that one character also says, "I made all of them, all of the mud dolls."
So then, who made you?
But the Gorma Synod wouldn't allow me to rule.
I came out of Satan's dick.
And it's like.
Evolt made me.
And it's also revealed that their Master Paku, is also a former member of the Gorma tribe, which is a cool plot twist for him as a character.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's almost like they would go and try that again.
And then it's like, hey, was Master Paku a mud doll the whole time?
Dun dun dun.
Like, why does anybody know? Was who all? And then there's like
Were
the
we
Kujaku.
all mud dolls?
And then there's the Kujaku storyline where one of the three generals of the Gorma tribe like really hates Kujaku and wants to get revenge on her. And Kujaku, in her ever like Buddhist ways, is willing to sacrifice the right to heal herself from humanity's pollution, natural pollution, like causing her life to slowly fade away, to heal that general. And then it's revealed that that character that she healed had died a long time ago, and she saw her and she meets her in heaven, and that's how they reveal to Dairanger and Ho. Okay, Pink is Ranger, right? She is a Phoenix. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And to Ranger that Gorma tribe member, yeah, she's always been dead. Here's the real version of her that I saw in heaven.
Okay.
And she comes down and tells her, like, mud doll self, go back to being mud, and she just dies.
Why?
Like, again, I'd be fine with it. Like, if just Kujaku didn't sacrifice herself for this character, and then just like this character was just told, no, die.
Yeah, it's like, why have them sacrifice themselves? I hate that when it's like a character sacrifice themselves and it achieves nothing.
Yeah.
Just like Utsumi.
The thing is, no, Utsumi set up Gentoku's sacrifice, which was the biggest, most helpful thing ever.
Did he set it up?
Yeah, because he made sure that Gentoku didn't get killed by a Vault there, and he made sure that they had the other lost bottle.
He did.
Yeah, because if Utsumi hadn't helped him, Gentoku would have fucking died before he got to the top of the tower.
I guess you're right.
I'm right!
The thing is, there's like so many good writing plots in this show. Like, I was actually interested, and then it's just like some of them just like kind of fall to the wayside. The Three Stooges storyline, though, that storyline is easily the best. I love the Three Stooges.
Thinking about a series that
is that the actual name for them, or is that like
that's like I think the English name. They don't actually say Three Stooges in Japanese. I think they call them Sanbaka or something like that. They call them the three. They're basically the Three Idiots, but like Shout Factory makes it just the Three Stooges.
Oh, that's fair enough then.
But
and they're all really good characters, especially Kamikaze Cyclone.
That just reminds me of all the fucking drop storylines in fucking Kiva.
He's just a hot-blooded motorcycle man.
Remember,
Inoue's vision has a ton of plot threads, but none of them ever finish. Cause
wait, did Inoue do Kiva too?
Yes, Kiva's Inoue.
I didn't know this.
Inoue's vision.
Yeah, Inoue's vision.
There's I think the one plot point that always got the most annoyed me the most was the one rocker guy. There's
the rocker guy, and he becomes
Ixa for a single episode because he's like, I'm mad at you for some reason, and it's like,
hopefully after AWA, which if anybody actually listens to this podcast, I'll be at Anime Week in Atlanta next week, and I'll probably try and be Narutoki as my cosplay for Friday and Saturday.
I'll try to get that up by then.
Yeah,
I probably might.
rider cards.
No, I don't. But I'm gonna just bring in like a dumb little fake protest sign and say like something like
This is
Ishinomori
Decade's
hates
fault.
decade or something like that.
You should bring a tiny Kivala to suck your dick.
Yeah,
no, you should.
No.
No, you should.
I don't have the time to make one,
You
unfortunately.
should print out and make a fucking Kaiser card or something, or
Yeah.
Ryuga card.
Well, you definitely have the sign because don't like anime cons often have like protesters outside them.
Oh yeah, so that's the reason why I did it. I originally wanted to do like, oh God hates decade, and it's like, nah, that's stupid. I'll just have Ishinomori hates decade.
Onore decade.
Like I'll just flip it around and just have it just say Onore decade and make it be like a speech bubble, so that way
Yeah. So you can just be saying it, yeah.
I can just point and have that like be like in the picture.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good cosplay. So
Yeah, that's strong.
Anime protester Narutaki is like really great.
That's great, yeah.
All right. So is there any
That
other
is-
Toku
that is-
stuff?
But I was also gonna say after AWA, I'm gonna start Kakuranger, and I'm hoping to try and finish Ultra 7. I need to finish it. I'm like 3 discs
7.
in, and it's really good. The problem is, again, Soda, I don't have time. It's like next week.
Can you, if you're reading out what Sota says, can you please tell people what he said? 'cause it's bad for
Soda should have
audio.
a ticket puppet, like
Yeah.
the Gaim Kyoryuju, which is just a little monkey
Gaim
puppet. that's like-
Tokyuju.
Oh yeah, the little
it's a little
monkey.
monkey puppet
Yeah.
dressed up like Narutaki. I don't have time to, unfortunately. I have to rebuy the Narutaki hat because I can't find mine.
Oh no. This must be Decade's fault.
Decade stole my hat. Like I've legit looked all over
Man,
my house.
why are writers so cool?
Masahiro Inoue entered your house, stole the hat, and left.
Nice.
So yeah, I gotta buy it again, which it's not expensive. I can just easily get it. The problem is my Narutaki coat.
Fuck.
It's an actual designer coat.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah, don't lose
And
that.
made
shit.
for and it's like a Japanese men's like extra large, which in America, that is a men's medium.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Why they
So
gotta
I
be
can get myself into it, and it doesn't look too tight.
But
The problem is I can't lift my arms very well.
well,
But thankfully,
but-
I can at least
Narutaki
do the
really-
Narutaki point.
Yeah.
I go Nore Decado.
I hope Narutaki is never explained ever.
I hope
I
that
don't
we
want an
do.
explanation on
I
that.
want an explanation, but I also don't.
It's my same complaint as why I'm so mad at G being Q in Street Fighter V. I didn't want to know who Q was.
Is he?
He
I
has
think
a-
it's still.
He has a whole bunch of Q's moves. He has.
But did they confirm it?
They didn't confirm
We
it.
still
but
don't know how G becomes
yeah,
it, so that's
but
like
he has
that's going to be
he
interesting.
has his costume that's specifically Q.
There are also costumes that characters have that shouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is that his moveset is basically a more controlled Q.
Yeah, which I'm fine with because I also love light it up.
Light it up. Boom.
And he's like like the camera turns so that he's pointing to the player.
Yeah, but then it shoots at the floor.
Yeah, and that's great because then it explodes in a line.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
G's so cool.
all right. So is there any other Toku stuff that we need to talk about?
Not that I'm
No.
aware of. No.
So
Not really.
can we enter
No.
the final segment of the show?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go around the room and talk about one thing that is not Toku related that we want to talk about. We're gonna
Okay.
we'll start from the top. RMH.
I mean, I don't really have anything to talk about right now.
I can fill in until you get
just been
something.
playing, mostly just been playing Spider-Man PS4.
Oh, is
Well,
that
that's fine. How? Well. Since you're the first one who mentioned it, why don't you talk about it?
I mean, I'm at like just over 50% completion right now.
Oh. When
I'm just taking the time to do everything I can as soon as it pops up.
we're gonna talk
Hmm.
about Discord or Discord Rangers or Discord writers sometime.
Yeah, our
Not
Yeah.
right now. Should we talk
No.
about them?
Nah,
at some point, but
I have things I'd like when I've got more down for mine.
Yeah, mine. I have basic plot stuff, but I wouldn't have anything
Same.
like
I
to
have
fill
the,
in.
I already have the 3 writers for mine.
Yeah, I think maybe we could do that as like a bonus episode thing at some point. Anyway, so
Sano
thing.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
I
go
am.
ahead.
You're talking to a guy that will just like backlog himself really hard, but like currently right now, I am playing a little bit of Hollow Knight. I had to restart my Switch progress, but on my PC progress, I think I've beaten one of the first like big bosses that are like progression blocker bosses.
Basically,
it's the one in the center of the map. The one in the center of the map that you first get. The one in the big knight armor. And I'm also playing. I gotta pull up my Steam just for a sec. I am playing. I'm also gonna start playing Pathfinder Adventures as well as Pillars of Eternity.
Oh right, that reminds me. I also started Dungeons and Dragons campaign lately.
Oh, that's cool.
And hopefully, I can also at some point get another Netflix subscription going, and then finish Deep Space Nine. Because I'm on the final season. I'm like halfway through. I just have to get to 2 more episodes before I get that massive multi-parter.
How did it how did it feel with Jaziz's death? How much did that hurt?
I'm glad
It didn't hurt me. It didn't hurt
glad
me too
I
bad.
don't remember the names
coming.
of characters because I'm still on season 1 of Deep Space Nine.
Oh well, the big character death.
Oh.
You're probably gonna have to edit this.
It's not like I literally just said I'm still watching it.
No, like.
Oops.
Sorry.
Well, it's
I can say the
like
character that they replaced the person with. I think that new character is fine. I know a lot of people don't like that new character because they're not like the same, and I think that's the point. They're not supposed to feel the same. There's an episode where everybody's treating that character the same, and it's like, no, this is a different person. Stop. Yeah. But I did like the baseball episode. I think that's probably one of my favorite ones.
The universe is the same person,
but they're different.
They are.
There's a specific race in like Star Trek that kind of has to go through this kind of plot point.
Oh, I think I know. Now I know who you're talking about. Damn it!
I just didn't.
I'm sorry. We opened this can of worms.
No, it's
we opened
fine.
this can of worms halfway already.
I tune out Star Trek stuff because I'm planning on watching.
No, he's talking about me because I'm watching it.
Sorry, we already opened it up like halfway.
I legit not like right when he said, "Oh, they have to treat them like the same because that's how they are, their race," and it's like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about now."
I hate it when I do that even on accident, even on something like that. I'm sorry.
Great, I liked her.
Yeah, it's fine.
But like, you're still getting 60. You're still at least getting 6 seasons with this character because like.
Still, yeah. Anyway, do you want to go next, Rose? Since you got interrupted.
Oh, God. I'm trying to remember the thing I was going to talk about. Okay, I'm going to just try and talk about the weirdest possible shit for mine each week. So there's this old PC PS2 game called Hype the Time Quest, made by Ubisoft, and it is essentially
Hype the Time Quest,
spelled the way you think the word hype is spelled, and it is a Playmobil licensed game.
Oh God!
Yes, what? And it is essentially an Ocarina of Time clone kind of, but with 4 time periods instead of 2. And the reason I want to talk about this is because it was an incredibly formative part of my childhood, and no one fucking else ever remembers that it exists. Why would you give a shit about a Ubisoft Playmobil game that is blatantly a clone
of Ocarina
of Time,
and it's called Hype the Time Quest.
But there's like some unnecessarily deep lore in some places because it's got like actually somewhat gets like a bit too much into detail about like the monarchy and shit in this setting, and it's like
So you have to assassinate the
each
king.
each era is the reign of a different king. So it's King Tascan 1 to 4, and then he's from King Tascan 4's time, but then he gets turned into a statue and sent back in time.
Hype
200 years.
Hype the Time Quest Minecraft #1.
Oh no! Oh no!
Did somebody recreate Hype the Time Quest in Minecraft?
Oh no! Oh no! So there's nothing that there's no real way of playing this online, playing this properly on like new things because they've never re-released it. So you have to be able to like use like compatibility things with it. But like for some reason, I really like this. Even though when I went back to play it a while ago, I realized, oh yeah, this is not great. The platforming sections are awful, and it's often really unclear where you're supposed to go.
Or you can play the Minecraft version.
I'm not gonna do that. No.
Do it, you coward.
Absolutely
Coward.
not. No.
Hype
I mean,
the
I
Time
might
Quest.
stream that at some point, actually. But anyway, so Hype the Time Quest is weird and
Is
not...
it... Question, is it good?
I mean, I'm very
It's
heavily
also not on
biased.
GOG.
I'm very heavily biased because of the nostalgia goggles. It has a lot of going through the same areas with slight differences because of the fact it's got 4 different fucking eras
Oh!
Mm.
So it's Skyward Sword.
I guess. But I just wanted to make people aware of its existence.
I'm
so
aware of its existence now.
you'll never forget, and then one day you'll just be thinking about it and you go like, oh shit, I remember that stupid fucking Playmobil game.
That Rose mentioned once.
Yeah, it's just wild. Yeah.
So, okay, can I go next?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so if Rose is gonna try to theme her thing week on this podcast, I will try to theme mine of just stuff that is good, things that are good that people will like. And I will start that with something that is very, very close to my heart. My favorite video game ever. It's my favorite video game ever. It's not Fallout. It's not Persona. It is SSX3.
Oh wow. I saw that game
I
in my
was
rental store.
hoping I would get this reaction.
SSX3 is like easily the best one.
I've never
Oh,
played it.
absolutely. Okay, so did you play SSX Tricky?
Okay,
I didn't.
I
Play
did. I actually bought Tricky while I was out in Tennessee because there's like this really good used game store.
Okay,
And there's like a bunch of good stuff.
So if you've played Tricky, SSX is just an improvement on literally everything Tricky did.
Okay, do you know the Marty McFly code?
No.
You can play as Marty McFly. It's like Back to Future, but you have to spell 2 with a 2.
Wait, which system is this on?
I think it's on every system as long as it has cheat codes.
Because I know like some of the cheats are like only on one system. Because I remember like on the GameCube you can play as like a couple of Nintendo characters.
Well,
or something,
but
right?
Back to the Future isn't really a video game character, so.
Hang on.
They'll probably work.
I've never heard of this. Hang on.
Enter Back to Future as a case-sensitive code. Enter a lodge. Select writer detail. Then choose cheat character. Alternately choose that character at peak to lodge. I think it's on PS2.
In SSX3?
Yeah.
I don't play too many sports games, so I don't know.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I
Hang
looked
on.
it up too, and I can't find it.
I know that there's like a snowboarding game that has Marty McFly in it. Hold on.
You sure?
I'll just look on Marty McFly. Are you not sure you're not thinking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater? I think he's in that.
I mean, I know there's another series of snowboarding games called, like, AM.
He's not in that. I know it specifically. Like, you put it in the code Back to Future, and you can actually play as Marty. It's just like they make a version of Marty that's like in like winter attire.
Hmm.
It's just literally a skin.
Yeah, I know. I remember the cheats. Hang on.
Oh, this makes a great podcast
Are you
segment.
sure? I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Okay.
great segment.
Yeah.
Us quietly
Okay,
looking up.
So
Okay,
while
you
you're
just-
looking stuff up, I'll get back to talking about the time quest thing because
Sure.
I forgot something that's really funny about it. Because the fucking main character, Hype, is the knight of King Tascan IV, right? But the first area he gets sent to is King Tascan I, and he is a fucking asshole.
Okay, hang on.
So it's
Okay,
like,
hang on.
shit, the first villain of this game is the ancestor of the dude who I'm serving. I can't kill him because then the dude I fucking work for will be dead. I don't think they say that in the game outright, but isn't that fucked up?
Okay, so in SSX3, so it's not actually Marty McFly. It's in SSX3 there were cheat codes for characters from Tricky who didn't appear in SSX3.
Oh, okay. Then
And it's one of the characters in Tricky is named Marty, and the
the code to get him is Marty
is
Back to Future.
Back to Future.
Oh, so it's just
Oh, that's
He was-
disappointing.
He was as a matter of fact, he only is in the PAL version of Tricky, replacing Mac for some reason.
So why do you love the SXX?
Because okay, so I played it when I was very young, and it made snow seem magical to me, and also I just loved like extreme sports back then. because
Snowboarding games were
didn't-
just like real good back then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sports games in general back then were pretty good. But I mean, nowadays you can't really improve on them. Like, there's not much else you could do.
Oh, SSX the reboot like is really good, and I highly recommend if you like SSX3, you need to try the reboot because it goes really nuts in on itself
I've-
away.
Yeah, I've
Also,
heard.
they made Moby just into Wooly.
Oh yeah.
Moby's existed in SSX, but he's
Yeah,
just Wooly
but now he's just British Woolly.
Yeah, he's just woolly.
That's nuts. Okay. I always played Cowrie though.
And what you're saying?
But SSX is like very near and dear to my heart, and it just there was everything about it. The soundtrack, which the soundtrack is a lot of licensed music that is very early 2000s. And it was just so much fun.
yeah.
And yeah, no, wow, that's just Wooly.
Yeah, that's
Buddy. Hopefully you can show that on the video.
Yeah, okay. I just showed an image of like Wooly, I think in SSX Tricky, and I showed Wooly in the SSX reboot.
I'll just
Wooly?
Moby!
Moby.
Moby. Well, when you have a character that looks exactly like Wooly, you're just gonna call him Wooly.
Second, I'll post it in the thing.
Just post it in the show
Oh
notes.
yeah, and apparently the SSX characters in their reboot designs are in NBA Jam on Fire.
Neat.
Yeah.
But back to your story.
But it was just, and all the tricks and stuff, and the crazy power-ups where you could like do tricks ludicrously fast. Remember the trick boost that just let the trick boost and just let you like just do the tricks but ludicrously fast, so you could get get all the points from doing just a ton of tricks.
No, that's woolly.
But that's Wooly, isn't it? That's bad. That's really bad.
That's terrible.
Mr. Snip Snip.
I'm glad you're the one that said it, not
Yeah.
me.
They make those jokes too.
Yeah, they've said Moby's just woolly now.
Yeah, Wooly even said he met some guys who were on the dev team in
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
SSX, and
that's
that's
why
why
I didn't
Wooly, and that's why he
hesitate.
looks like that.
That's why I didn't hesitate to say that, because Wooly explicitly said that that's
So-
that they based it on him.
So if they're wrong, then get mad at Wooly, not us.
We aren't racist. We're just saying what Wooly said.
And I remember.
Wooly is a black man. For anyone who doesn't know.
What? Well, okay, Rose, you're good. You're saying he can't. What?
No.
No, for people
What?
who don't know what the fuck the best friends are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay,
Okay, that was a joke that didn't quite land.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
It was meant to be
Okay, I
like
was silent
it was
for a
meant to be like a hasty like, oh, we're just quoting a black dude, so you can't say we're racist like that stupid shit. But like
Oh.
it didn't
You
work.
can't get mad
Also,
at
here's
us.
just some.
Yeah, that joke didn't quite work.
I know.
Concept art that
sometimes it
shows he
doesn't
looks
work.
even. He was more meant to look even more like Wooly.
Oh my god,
Let
he
me see
really
this.
does.
Wow, that is just Wooly.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the worst thing is Moby's level in SSX the reboot. He's in the coldest area in the game, and it's like,
Where is this from?
you're not, because of like pigmentation and that some people who have with certain skin tones can fare better in the cold.
Yeah. Oh.
Black people, Woolly's made this joke before. Black people take double damage in the cold. So you have the black man in an area where you actually have to be moving hard enough with enough friction to where you can heat up.
Oh wow.
And they pick the most. They pick a very dark man to go there. and
Okay,
it's
let's
like,
not get into race war territory here.
we're not.
Sano.
This is not the episode.
We're not
to
talking
talk
about
the
drive,
race
all right? We're
war.
not talking about drive.
Only race
Yeah.
war we need is
When we
between-
start doing our drive rewatch, that's when we can talk about the race war.
The only race war we need is between Orphanox and humans.
Which is a good.
What about the race war between Roid Mutes and Worms?
Well, no, what race war between Orphanox and humans? It's one-sided because
There's only one
Orphanox
race, and it's the Orphnock race.
the human race will become the Orphanox race.
You can't stop it.
You cannot
they-
stop it.
They
It
didn't
is-
stop it.
Everyone will become. Okay, you know what? Kamen Rider Fies is just a metaphor for the growth of the furry community. Prove
My
me
persona's
wrong.
a cactus. Like what the fuck?
You almost die, and then you get.
No,
your
Rose, you're
persona.
making things worse because then I'm thinking of Mr. J and Choco.
No,
Oh,
you don't
God.
almost die. You do die.
Then you
Yeah,
become
reborn
fur-
as a furry. Yeah.
I have been
Or
reborn as
just,
a.
or just dust.
I have been reborn as a centaur
You very clearly
with a
like,
very hung
complete-
dick.
You very
Yeah.
clearly completely die. Like you
turn to
fucking
dust.
Kiba flatlines.
Yeah, it's a metaphor for how it feels when you realize you're a furry.
It's the
died.
metaphor when you buy your first dragon dildo.
No! Oh god, there is a dragon Orphnock, isn't there?
Yeah, it's Kitazaki.
And he's the strongest one.
He's the
Besides,
strongest. He's
okay.
also 14.
Oh
No!
god. No!
What
Stop!
have we become?
Ray Fujita was 14 when he played Kitazaki.
Stop!
What have
Stop!
we become?
Okay.
By the way, Soraka, since you said your favorite was Kaori, this is what she looks like in the reboot.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, she looks pretty cool in the reboot. I like how she looked in SSX3 better though.
I guess I'm the only one
Cute
left.
with the brown. Kaori's the only girl I've ever liked pigtails on.
So I guess I'm the only one left.
Yeah,
So
I guess. So
let's see.
I think
what you got for us?
I guess the big thing that I could talk about this week is SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. And also, I guess Samurai Spirits, the new Samurai Showdown game announced by SNK, which is fucking amazing. I'm so happy. I'm happy that SNK came back. I
no,
fucking
they came
love-
back hard after KOF 14 with KOF 14. Like,
Yeah, because before that they were stuck in the pachinko mines.
and then it's like, oh man, their 3D modeling looks way better. Well, that's because their 3D modelers actually figured out what they
No,
were doing.
that's actually not
while the
it.
game was-
Actually, the 3D models were always fine. It was always the lighting that was fucked because people modded Street Fighter V with the exact same models from 14
and they look
did
way
great.
better.
It's all about the lighting, and the big thing that has affected this is the fact that Samurai Spirits is going to be done on Unreal Engine 4, which KOF 14 and SNK Heroines was not done. It was done on an in-house engine, which they mainly used because they didn't know what the fuck how to use Unreal Engine for King of Fighters 14. But
by the way, that also goes into the fact
they didn't also have
every person on the modeling team in KOF 14 was people that was more people new to the industry.
Yeah.
Because by the time they came back into fighting games, they had nobody left to do it.
And again, the models
so they had to either pick. Do we try and get as many people as we can in the pixel art, which is like
or
very
use
minimal,
stuff that's normal, that's normally
or
taught
go for people going into 3D modeling.
Yeah, like
And
I hope
3D
one day
modeling
they
had,
go
like, way
back to
more.
2D sprites. Or well,
But then you can tell that like the modeling team like is getting better with every like
oh yeah,
trailer.
totally. Like
yeah, Samurai Showdown
Spirits.
looks great.
Samurai
People
Spirits.
people assuming Samurai Spirits is gonna be the name for it like bothers me because like that's the Japanese series name.
Samurai Spirits. Oh,
yeah, that's what it's always been called
Oh
in
yeah,
Japan.
I forgot. Yeah, Samurai Showdown was the local.
Yeah, new Samurai Showdown it looks fucking
It
great.
looks great. Nakaruru covered in blood while she's stabbing a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fucking departure because we just had SNK Heroines where Nakaruru is dressing up as a vampire and doing cutesy shit, but then the immediate next game, Nakaruru's fucking stabbing bitches.
Oh yeah, also the Nintendo Direct got re-announced.
Yeah, it got announced
Oh, yeah.
for tomorrow, which today is fucking
At the
September
time of
12th.
recording.
At the time of recording, it is 9.
I wonder
12.
if in the direct tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably not.
Okay,
Never mind.
what? No, say
I
it.
was,
Say it.
I
say
was
it,
gonna
say it.
I was gonna make a dumb joke that for the direct they put out like another trailer for Climax Scramble on the Switch.
Oh god.
And they reveal that they have like all the Heisei Phase 1 secondaries as well.
Dude, I hope so.
And the one they reveal it with is Kaiser, because we
But-
all
but-
know
but-
what tomorrow
Oh
is.
yeah, tomorrow's fucking
Yeah!
Kaiser Day!
Tomorrow's Kaiser Day, bitches!
We gotta make sure the podcast comes out tomorrow.
I will try my best to get it up.
Hurry up
Like
and edit.
the
I
thumbnail
already
for-
finished editing the first episode. I'll be posting it today.
Okay, we need to. Bro,
Okay.
the title. We can keep the title that we had, which was what was it? What was the title we had?
Not
Evil
evil.
learns the meaning of
No,
Christmas.
that's for Christmas.
No, we're saving that for Christmas.
It was another one. but-
Chinese gibberish.
Chinese
Yeah,
gibberish.
Chinese
yeah.
gibberish.
Gibberish, yeah.
Yes.
But the podcast thumbnail since it's just for tomorrow, just for this one.
But yes,
since it comes out
today
tomorrow.
is
It
today is September 12th.
Tomorrow is already.
And tomorrow will
in
be
Japan.
September 13th, which
So
is
hopefully,
Kaiser Day.
if all goes well,
One
this
of
episode should be up on Kaiser Day, and if it isn't,
I'm-
don't yell at us.
Don't yell at us. Don't yell at us. Yell at Rose.
Anyway,
Don't
if
yell
it
at
does,
us, and if you do yell at us,
Yell at Rose.
if we do get it up tomorrow, I think the thumbnail should be
Kaiser.
high risk of misunderstanding.
High risk
High
of
risk,
You
yes.
understand that to me.
Okay. High risk.
But yeah, tomorrow's Kaiser Day, so hopefully we get the Phase 1 secondaries, because it's no fair that they're not in there.
Hopefully.
Because that means Yuto isn't there, which makes me upset.
exactly.
'Cause
Yeah.
Yuto's a good boy.
We should have Yuto. I want to play as Yuto.
Insane. Even though,
Yes, definitely.
even though from what I've seen, Climax Fighters isn't the best.
It's not the best. I've played it, and it's like,
But
It's like-
so
it's
like,
fun, but it's definitely not balanced.
yeah, I'm guessing
Well-
because Kabuto exists, and anytime Kabuto
Yeah,
exists,
well, it
in a
has to
video
be.
game-
Well, it has to be rebalanced anyway because fucking build has to be altered
Genius.
to have different forms.
with Zio.
Because in
or
Climax Fighters,
he only has
it only goes up to Pirate Train in terms of forms he
Yeah.
has. He doesn't even have Rabbit Tank Sparkling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because
they
there
have-
was
Sparkling was
real-
They have to
DLC.
give him. They have to add fucking Rabbit.
No,
Rabbit, or
but
Tank
Climax Scramble. No, but Climax Scramble. He has all the way up
Genius.
to Genius, and
Yeah.
and Cross is in there and has Magma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So the point is that in Climax Fighter's
It has to
build
be rebalanced.
was
yeah.
balanced completely different from everyone else because he didn't have any different forms.
Just like Zio's probably gonna have to be rebalanced for if they do make another one of these.
Yeah, because they'll have to give him his final form and shit, yeah. And
Yeah.
Gates
Well,
as
here's the
well,
thing: we can
right?
have
Gates-
base Zeo and then just have Oma Zeo in the game
Yeah, sure, but we're talking
because
about
we already see what Oma Zeo's moveset
We're
is
talking about
like.
how if they make another Climax thing, they're going to have to rebalance Zeo after the fact in the next one to add in all his new forms,
yeah,
like they did with Build in this
Like-
one.
yeah.
Or what they're probably going to do, because they can't fucking leave Rabbit Tank as good as it is in fucking Climax Fighters, because that was to balance out the fact he doesn't get an
anything.
extra form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, Samurai Showdown looks really good. I'm really excited for that. It looks like Samurai Showdown. You got all the blood and shit. But the game I've been playing the most this week is SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. And, this has been a point of contention. I've seen a lot of people, because a lot of people either hate it or like it, like we've seen with the fisticuffs last week, which kind of made me upset.
Here's the thing: it's not made for anybody for fighters. All right, it's not made for the fighting genre. It's made for the people that are SNK fans that are like, you know what? I really like the SNK female cast.
I really
They're all
like
really good
females.
characters.
I
I
really
really
like
like
female
SNK
too.
female cast, and I'd like to see
And
some
guess
of the
what?
males as.
Because
Guess what? This
apparently
this is
there's
what
been
that
a
game is
apparently there's been a leak, and take it with a grain of salt, that the next couple characters for the game are going to be female Skullomania, and
Oh, that's a big grain of salt. I'll take with that.
No, because Terry's in fighting EX Layer.
Oh, okay, then you know.
okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I
It's
love
more
double
possible.
I love double crossovers like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
And
but who's
also,
who's the
like-
other one?
Like when
Is-
DOA 4 and Halo 3 had that crossover
Tell me,
where there
do
was
you-
a Spartan Halo in DOA 4 and there was the Hayabusa armor in Halo 3.
yeah. But do you guys know about the character Miss X?
Oh, Wooly never shuts up about her.
That is one
I
of
do
the
not know.
Miss X is a character from, I believe, SNK Gal Fighter or Queen of Fighters. It is an old it is an old game, SNK Neo Geo Pocket game, where it's basically SNK heroines, but not SNK heroines.
It's
With-
just Iori and drag.
It
It's
is
literally
just
just
Iori in drag because he wants to fight all the girls.
Yeah.
It is just
Which I like this. Which
It
I
is-
like taking the edgy character and turning them into like a really
it
stupid
is just
character.
Iori in a schoolgirl's outfit.
But I think that would be kind of double dipping
Yes.
in this because we already have Kukri being way more wacky.
Yeah.
Which to everybody being surprised of Kukri acting this way, look up his dialogue in 14.
Yeah, but even
Kukri's
then,
a
it was-
stupid idiot.
Yeah, but the thing was that a lot of people were expecting Kukri to be the Iori to Shun-A.
And he's not.
because
He's
they even have
complete opposite.
they even have like a kind of Iori versus Kyo music. And like I wasn't expecting Kukri just because he was one of those characters in 14 that I didn't really care about, just because he was one of the newer characters, kind of like fucking like
He's
like
legit.
Loveheart.
Basically, he's just a guy that Eliza paid to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Sorry.
Yeah. Like female Terry is like really great. I like female
Terry's
Terry.
really great. I'm fine with.
The
I'm
only
fine
problem
with
I
this.
have with female Terry is her voice, because it's very unenthusiastic. It's just, hey, come on. Or Bunny.
Well, I think they're really trying to tone down that. They know that people
Why?
like it, but they think. I think they just.
They
like,
didn't
if you
tone it
actually-
down to 14. They
Well,
gave
no,
it
because
to-
that's the voice actor still doing it. But
No,
like
it's a
the
completely
new-
different voice actor.
I know that's the new voice actor doing. It's just trying to be Terry.
Yeah.
And he knows that's what Terry's supposed to be like, but it's like he's not doing Jesus and things like that. He's
No,
just,
he is. He's
No,
totally-
have you actually
like,
seen him talk
"Get
like,
this!"
in his? Have you actually seen the dialogue bits?
Yeah. I have.
He's a lot more calm.
Well,
Like they don't just
still-
have him like.
Well, no, it's not about dialogue. It's
Okay.
I'm talking about the battle attack. Him yelling
Oh,
burning.
okay, yeah, that's
She's
fine.
just like burning or power wave.
That could probably just be as good as the voice actors can do.
Yeah, I just wish it was better, because One of my favorite things about Terry Bogard is his dumb Americanisms. Shit like Rising Tackle.
Are you okay?
Are you
Americanisms,
okay?
you mean Americanisms, he is American.
Yeah, but he speaks Japanese, but just says random English shit.
Well, he should be speaking English.
Like,
just
hey,
in
come on, come
general.
on.
They just have everybody
And-
speaking
Oh
Japanese.
yeah, I
because
did. I
they're
don't
made
think
by
I
Japanese
mentioned
people.
it, but I spent $130 on the SNK Heroines Diamond Edition.
You just so you can get the Fatal Cuties.
I am
You
wearing.
want it?
I am wearing the Fatal Cutie hat right as we speak.
Good.
Yes.
I also have, I have a regular Fatal Fury hat, but I also bought a Neo Geo button for it.
Hat with the
There's
freaking-
for Samurai Showdown, the new one. They revealed a fucking sick ass jacket. Like I'll try to get a picture.
I'm
of
never gonna be able to wear that.
Let me see it if I
They're
can
gonna
find it.
they're gonna style it for Japanese people. I'm like quadruple X in Japan like size charts.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Samurai.
Because I'm a big fat American gaijin.
Because I saw it earlier and I was like, holy shit, that looks fucking sick. Because it's like a really cool jacket too.
Oh, yep. The direct's out apparently.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, I think it's for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Maybe I retweeted it. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Cause...
But yeah, I also wanted to say I'm also reading
here it is.
some
Here
comics.
it fucking is. Here it fucking is. I'm going to post it in podcast stuff.
Oh,
That is a cool jacket.
and you should probably edit the video to have it
Oh yeah, I'm
display
totally
at
going
this
to. I'm gonna
point.
save it right now.
Yeah.
And it's that same foreigner jacket,
Yeah.
which is just a letterman, like the Letterman with like two bands going down the shoulders.
Yeah, and like some cool shit on the back.
Where is it? There it is. There's the back. It's fucking sick ass. The back and the front. Let me say the front. Because it even has Neo Geo on it. I love SNK so much. Where is there. There is the front of it. Look how sick that is! It's so fucking sick! Fucking I can't pronounce his name, but I like how it says Samurai Spears. Oh, I want this jacket.
Oh, it's so cool. Fuck.
Just
Mm.
But yeah,
walking around my fucking job with this jacket on.
Yeah.
I did also forget to mention what I'm also been doing. I've also
Oh, yeah.
finished the Court of Owls like 2-volume storyline for Batman,
Mm-hmm.
Right,
which
man.
it's really good. Really good. I like it. I didn't really like the other two stories that they had because they only add, you can tell that they added them in because they're involved with the Court of Owls, but they don't like actually have Batman directly involved with it. Because one of them's about like these two kids who live on their own. One of them gets like beat up on a regular basis because discrimination stuff. I'm not going to get too deep into it. Batman saves them, and then like one of the characters returns the favor. It's okay, like it's just all right. But then there's the Mr. Freeze storyline, which I like it, but I also don't like it because it does things with him with his like characterization. You know, Mr. Freeze, he's like trying to find
Tragic
out
villain.
tragic villain, but then they do a twist with it, and I'm like, I like that you're trying to do more with this character. I don't like this direction. Because spoiler, they do. I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna spoil it. It's a good. I highly recommend people just read the Court of Owls. It's a good one. I'm also reading Batman Nightfall. I bought that big, giant, thick, 20-pound omnibus.
Jesus Christ.
Like it's probably not 20 pounds, but it's at least 10. Like it's very heavy. It's a very heavy hardback, and I'm also reading Bone.
Oh, nice.
Which, if you don't know what Bone is, it's one of the most highly awarded, celebrated comics of all time. Created by Jeff Smith, who created one of my favorite comics, Shazam and the Monster Society of Evil. So it's nice to see just like the comic that kind of really got his name out there.
Uh-huh.
for one of my favorite Shazam authors ever. Where it's like, where if you want to know anything about Shazam and the Monster Society of Evil, I will say it's probably the best comic to get kids into comics. Like the story is very simple, the characters are really likable, it's very good general audience stuff. There's like nothing in there that like
To get them into into comics, not just
yeah, like they're a kid's first comic book. Like you want to give them their first trade paperback, I highly recommend this one, Shazam and the Monster Society of Evil.
Okay, so anything else? Like I do want to talk about SNK Heroines is a unique but flawed game, I want to say. It's very beginner friendly. Every single button is just a button. Every single special.
You want to go a little further than that?
Every single special is mapped to the circle button. You press circle. It's like Smash moves where you just press B and then left or B and right.
You mean special?
Yeah, special. It's special button.
Well, the Smash moves are the.
Oh yeah, special. Sorry, yes. The Smash moves or special moves. The
Smash specials.
Smash specials. It's just like that. You do a power wave with like neutral B or neutral circle, stuff like that. You have two buttons. You have two attack buttons. You have light, medium, and heavy, and you have a throw button that is mapped to X by default. And there is a block button like in Mortal Kombat, which is I do not like at all. It is mapped to L1. And you can't just hold back to guard, which is and honestly, my biggest complaint about the game, you do not have a crouch. There is no crouching in the game.
There's no duck.
There's no duck, so there is no high-low mix-up.
In a game like this with fucking with all these big attractive females, that seems odd, doesn't it?
It's fine. But my bigger complaint is that from a technical standpoint, in that since there is no ducking, there is no high-low mix-up, meaning that there are only two ways to hit a person, really. You could either hit them when they're not blocking, which is basically getting a straight counter hit or something, or a whiff punish, or you grab them. The grab in this game is not good. The grab, you have to be like right in front of them and does very minimal damage, and it does not create a good Oki opportunity, because Oki does not exist in this game, basically. And, the only... One thing I found interesting about this game when I first got it was that the only way to finish a fight is by hitting a super. That's the only way you could kill somebody, by killing them while they're in the red and with a super. So, even if you hit 0 health, you do not die. That sounds interesting to begin with, but the thing that ruins that is that when you reach 0 health, you hit stun. You get stun automatically. So that leaves you immediately open to get hit by a super very easily, which kind of defeats the entire purpose, because it's like, why not just have me die when I hit 0? And
because they want flashy finishes to show, hey, look how cool this game looks.
but it just...
Except the game cuts off before the supers can do their flash animation.
Yeah, it fades to white as they hit. And
why?
Because I don't know why. There are just so many weird decisions in this game that I don't really enjoy. Like, one thing I don't like, the special meter, because you have a meter unlike Smash, where you can only do a certain number of specials before you have to switch out with your tag partner or wait for your meter to go up so you can do specials again. Because you can do specials when you have no meter. The only difference is that they do shit. Like, they will literally hit the opponent but do nothing. And there's another complaint with me for this, in that matches just go by way too fast. Matches are just too fast, and there's not a lot of time to really gauge what's happening. And the UI is fucking terrible. Because you have you literally have your special meter right next to your health. Like, literally right next to each other. They take up 1 bar. And like, it's an interesting mechanic in that the less health you have, the more meter you have. So the lower health you have, the more specials you could put into a combo, or you could do a super at the end of a combo because you have enough meter. It's a very interesting mechanic, and I honestly really like it. The only problem is that it isn't really done very well in terms of the meter. And it's just like a kind of a messy game in terms of its mechanics. And I don't hate it at all. I like it. The problem is that it's way too messy, and I feel like it could have used a couple more, like another month in the oven to really get down the mechanics. So, yeah, that's the main thing I've been playing, and I've been, yeah, so... Anything else anybody want to talk about?
No.
Nope.
Nope. So
I got my thing out of the way.
So I guess
I also wanted to say I'm playing Unionist.
Oh! Fucking
What
hit
is
me
that?
up sometime. Uniel, Under Night in Birth EX latest.
I only have the PC version.
Oh, I have the PS4 version. Damn.
Because I'm maining Mika, so
That's-
yeah, just
Damn it!
That's-
No, I am too.
That's a fucking
Mika's
acronym.
so fun. She's like
She's
it feels like a character made for me in
Yeah.
what I like in fighting
The
games.
thing is that Uniel is a super serious like character design game. Like all the characters are like super serious and stuff, except Mika, who's like a cute little girl
with giant mecha fists.
with mecha fists, and she's like having a fun time, and she's a fucking idiot.
She's just a super Genki kind of character.
Yeah, she's fun, and she's just fun to play as too.
And she's also she's adorable
I love
as
her.
well.
I love her. She's great.
I would protect this smile.
Same. But yeah,
Also, there's that really. Also, we love her so much that she's also in our animated emotes,
yeah,
Mm.
where it's
Great.
just that little girl that's drumming the drum.
yeah. Oh, that's her.
I love it. Yeah, that's Mika.
Oh wow, yay. But so I guess that's it. Like I also play Uniel and I want to play it more. But I guess that's the end of this week's edition of the Tokusatsu Hyper Cast Off. Join us.
Yeah.
Yay!
We
With the
you know,
big
we
wheel.
seem to have worked out the audio issues this
Hopefully.
fucking time.
So,
Hopefully.
So yeah, enjoy the real episode 1, which is actually episode 2.
yeah.
Just like in Zio, the numbering scheme is unnecessarily convoluted
Convoluted.
because
Fuck
we can't
you.
figure our shit out.
And I am
But we
hungry
seem
and
to
I
have
want to go
mostly
make some
figured our
spaghetti.
shit out now.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to go make
it's
some
good.
spaghetti because I'm hungry. Very hungry. I want some spaghetti. So later, everybody. Bye.
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 And I
Tune
stopped
in next
recording.
week.
Oh, I hate these flood pants. Hey, they're working. My feet are soaked, but my cups are bone dry. Everything's coming up.
Patoranger!